Yeah, we're going to be playing a Call of Cthulhu scenario called Khufu the Eternal that I wrote. The intro video is just kind of a news report regarding the film that is a big part of the scenario. Before we start, though, you guys might hear someone that sounds just like me that's a player. That is my twin brother, Gio. Our voices are very similar. So I'm going to try to do character voices just so that you guys can tell us apart. But if you don't see my lips moving, probably it's not me talking. All right. Here we go.
13 years ago, a tomb was uncovered in ancient Egypt. 10 years later, a major motion picture project began in order to make the most expensive and majestic film of all time. All of the biggest stars have aligned together to make this amazing film. Lenore Nightingale, star of such films as Away with My Darling and I Left My Heart in Dresden, and Gunther Karloff, known as the German Clark Gable, with many others. This Friday night, the star-studded premiere will shine with the brightest in Hollywoodland, and the lead actress, Lenore Nightingale, will grace the evening with one of the most valuable pieces of jewelry ever used in film. The piece will be placed in the theater lobby for all to enjoy after the film. This is sure to be a majestic evening for what is likely to become the biggest and most popular film in history.
You all sit in a darkened warehouse, and smoke fills the air. The warehouse is empty except for a single wooden table and a hanging light above. A man in a suit and hat waves you in. "I'm Humphrey Bogsworth," he says as he motions for you to sit. "Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to get right to it. I have asked each of you here because of your skill set. I am paying you a very generous sum of $1,000 to retrieve something for my employer." In 1925, archaeologists uncovered the tomb of a pharaoh named Khufu. A few years ago, the most expensive film in history began production, its subject being that of Khufu's life and love, and some of the props used in the film are real artifacts found in the tomb. This is where you come in. It's called Embrace of the Eternal King, a unique pendant unlike any found before. My employer wishes for you to retrieve the pendant for him, as he is a collector of historical artifacts. The artifact's normal location is an impenetrable vault, but for one night, it is being brought to California for the movie's premiere. Lenore Nightingale, yes, that Lenore Nightingale from the movies, will be wearing the pendant during the film's premiere, and for 1 hour, the pendant will be displayed in a secure display in the theater lobby after the film premiere ends. Security will be heavy, but it is the best chance of getting the pendant. Bogsworth looks around the room and makes eye contact with each one of you, and then continues. How you do it is up to you. I have a budget that allows for any equipment you need for the job. Try not to kill anyone, would you? Just kidding, but not really. I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but I suggest a subtle approach. Perhaps infiltrate the premiere or create a distraction. I don't care. But whatever you do, do not harm Miss Nightingale. My employer's favorite film is I Left My Heart in Dresden, and he prefers that she continues to have a career in film. Also, don't try to be cute and keep the pendant for yourselves. You won't find a buyer without bringing attention to yourselves, and my employer has very deep pockets. Such a betrayal would ensure a not-so-happy ending for the story of your lives. Now, before we start planning, if you're all to work together, perhaps introductions are in order.
Okay, so my name is Rabbi Tevya. I am from Poland, but I'm secretly a con man. I impersonate a rabbi. I'm about 6'1" and some change. I'm wearing, pardon my ignorance here, but I'm wearing one of with the hair, and it brings it down on the sides. I don't know.
The yarmulke?
Is it where it has like the hair coming down the sides too, like the rabbis wear? And then I'm just in a traditional rabbi gown as well. I look like a trustworthy man, for the most part, even though I am a con man.
Are you telling everyone that you're a con man?
Yeah, we're here to steal something. They could know. They can know my secret that I impersonate a rabbi, and that's kind of my main gig on how I con people.
This is Humphrey. All right. Next, let's go with Gio. What does your character look like? What does everyone see? And what is your character's name?
Hi, everybody. My name is Saunders, Warren Saunders, and you might know me from such films as The Ranger. I played Butch Cavendish, the main villain in this great feature film. It's sure to be a classic. I was going to be playing Superman in the upcoming Superman movie based on that radio show that's very popular nowadays with the kids. But circumstances caused me to be kicked off, and I'm not very happy about it. But this might help in our quest here. I have been invited as a +1 by another actress, Miss Amy Darkus, and she'll be taking me as her date. So I'll be your inside man. So my character is 6'3". He's very tall because he's an actor, and he's well known for his, kind of well known for his role as Butch Cavendish, the main villain in The Lone Ranger.
My character's name is Lucky Pete. He was found down at Boxcar Junction fighting for a sandwich. That's how Humphrey Bogart first heard of him. Famous in the fighting, the hobo fighting game. Very skinny, with a patchy beard, just clearly been through a rough life, and is not getting food regularly. I'm looking for a chance to earn some bread and a little bit of booze at the same time.
Yeah, my character is Sean McCarthy. He's a Irish bartender, and he's ran a speakeasy for a bit prior to Prohibition being lifted. As little in the hole with the mob. He's a Irishman, wears a green bowler hat, and he's a short fella, a little scrappy looking, few scars on the cheeks and crooked nose. Clearly been in a few brawls. Cauliflower ears.
Sure. Tom Merriweather. He's 5'8", Irish man. He has a stack of business cards that he'd hand each of you as he meets you. It's Dr. Merriweather from the Merriweather Clinic. He has no doctor's degree. He is just a professional at charming the ladies, and they, for some reason, like doctors more than anything else. But yeah, he's here. He was woken up this morning with a slap. Very hungover. Did not know a heist was today. So he's woken up for his heist and he's ready to go. He doesn't really know what's happening. He's kind of lost, but he's here. He's handsome. He's got a pocket knife and a stack of business cards and a stack of cigarettes. That's it.
So Bogsworth looks at each one of you, and I'm sorry, Eric, what's your character's name again?
Reptevia.
Reptevia, okay. And
just call me Rabbi. You can just call me Rabbi.
Got it. And Brian, what was your character's name again?
Lucky Pete.
Lucky Pete.
Did you say Stinky Pete?
He did say
No.
Stinky Pete. He did say Stinky Pete.
So Great Old Ones asked if this is regular Call of Cthulhu or Pulp Cthulhu. This is regular Call of Cthulhu, although this could be played with Pulp Cthulhu as well. Nick, what was your character's name one more time?
Sean McCarthy.
Okay. All right. Now that introductions are completed, Bogsworth looks at you and says, well, I'll just be hanging out here to keep an eye, but go ahead and begin with your discussions. I'm interested in seeing how you handle the situation. The premiere is in 1 week. You have a week to gather supplies and plan how you're going to infiltrate and take the pendant. And then we will meet back here in the warehouse once the job is completed. I'll be here with your money.
All right, guys. I think first thing that we should do is get some tickets and watch a movie before this big premiere, just so we can scope out the place, get a good idea of the layout and where this pendant is going to be displayed.
You got the cash to buy movie tickets?
Yeah. I'm a famous actor, man. You know, I've got cash.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I agree with you. But I think I could just stand outside and spread the word.
Oh, Yeah, that could work. Sure. Let's,
Who invited this freak?
Now, if
listen,
you're all
we're
to
gonna
work
need some
together,
help. We're gonna need some help, whether it's from above or from below. It doesn't matter, and I really don't care. But this guy here, he can bring it to us, right, Rabbi?
Well, if we're not successful, Lilith will come for us all. And I pull out my hand carved tiny statue of Lilith and show it to everybody.
Yes, yes. That Lilith.
Exists totally. Like, yeah. Hmm.
Bogsworth rolls his eyes. This is going to be a major success. I can already tell.
Oh man.
Well, everybody, like I said, I've been invited to the premiere, so I'll be in. I'll be your in. I can probably get one of you the job through my contacts. I know the directors of the Lone Ranger. Either one of them might have a connection to this movie theater. Might be able to get one of you to get hired as an employee. You know, just sweep the floors.
What was
a
your
little bit.
name? I don't
Clean the
recognize your
toilets.
face.
Saunders, Warren Saunders.
Warren
How did you
Saunders.
not recognize? Oh, I see. It's because I had the makeup. I had the fake mustache.
Yeah. Must
The
just not
cowboy
have
hat.
seen any of your movies or anything. Yeah.
If you know the director, you ought to get me in at the bar there in the theater.
There are two directors, and listen, beggars can't be choosers. McFly or whatever your name is there. If you got to scrub toilets, that's what you're gonna do. I doubt you're
Wow.
gonna be able to get a job as a bartender. That's a very desirable job there.
I own a bar. It'd be pretty easy.
So who here has above a 20% in I'm gonna go with history. I don't think there's like just general knowledge, right? No, help me out, Nate. If there is a general knowledge roll, I guess we could just
there
roll
is.
in
Yeah, you roll intelligence.
intelligence
It's intelligence or
idea
education.
roll. It would be a
have
regular
a-
roll. So to roll,
I have a law degree, which
it
a
wouldn't be
large
law.
part of that is studying history.
So Nick, you failed. So in Call of Cthulhu, you want to roll below your score. So you have failed, Nick. You believe everything Gio said. Gio, you don't have to roll. Cameron,
It is a 50, so a fail.
you have failed as well. Okay, you two believe everything Gio said. If anyone else wants to roll, you can.
I got 41.
What is your intelligence?
60.
Excellent. So you immediately notice Warren Saunders says that there are two directors. You immediately remember, because this has been all over the news. It's the most expensive film in history. You know there's only one director, and his name is Dennis Marlowe. All right. So what is the plan? So Barnaby says, well, are there any supplies you're going to need? How are you guys going to handle this?
I just think some upfront cash would really help with, the investigation.
No upfront cash. Whatever supplies you need, but no upfront cash. My employer has been very specific about that, because you are all, and no offense is intended towards any of you in the room, you're all criminals. Giving you cash up front is only asking for you to run away and disappear.
I feel
Careful,
very
my
insulted.
friends.
I was just asking for $10.
Be careful, my friends. If we're too greedy, Lilith might come. And I pull out my little totem and start petting it again.
Um,
Just
When
so
you walk
we're
into the
going to-
movie theater and you don't have a 20 sticking out of your pocket, no one's gonna think you're an actual doctor. And I kind of, hit it kind of hard last night, so all my money is like gone. So yeah, like 10, 20 bucks. That's all I'm asking, brother.
I think everybody knows, but just so if you don't, Lilith is like a demonic folklore from like ancient Mesopotamian Jewish folklore.
Yeah, they say
Fake.
she was the first vampire.
Yeah, she
that's
was
what I was thinking.
known to be like the wife of Adam.
Right.
Yep.
The first wife of
Um,
Adam.
What's the rabbi's name?
Just Rabbi.
Reptevia, or you can just call me Rabbi.
Now, Bogsworth says, if you need any ideas, I can give you some ideas, but you handle it however you wish.
Could you get me like a gold pocket watch? Unrelated to the need for money. I want to look nice. I want to look my best. How can I be a convincing doctor without a very nice gold pocket watch?
Listen,
We
my
can
good man,
arrange
nobody's
that.
going to be paying
Oh,
attention
that's
to you
fantastic.
there. Nobody will be paying attention to you. There's going to be
Who
a
are
bunch
you
of
again?
actors.
What's your name?
Saunders,
I still
Saunders,
don't
Warren
know.
Saunders.
Yeah, never heard of you. But yeah, I'm sure you're acting
Listen,
somewhere in one
we're
of those
gonna-
indie films or whatever.
all of us,
India films.
the Hollywood elites, we're all going to be Hollywood land elites. We're all going to be
Maybe he
there.
just hasn't made it yet. One day. One day.
Yeah. One day.
Harry, you'll
Well,
make it
you'll
one day,
know my
Harry. Your name's
face. You'll know
Harry,
my
right?
face when my movie takes
you
off.
married?
You'll see. No, I have my girlfriend. She's a good girl.
Oh, I know her.
Oh,
I'm sure
yeah,
you do.
I mean,
You used to clean her toilets, didn't you?
Oh, if that's what you want to call it.
I'm gonna need a handgun. I'm gonna need some firecrackers in case we need to make a distraction. If you've got a pair of tin snips, some chloroform, and yeah, that'll be all. And then I have a few things myself already, though.
I can supply those if you need. Regarding your pocket watch, don't expect that to be real gold, Mr.
Yeah, as long as it
Mayweather.
looks legit, that's fine. Yeah, it's
Indeed.
all about the look. Yeah.
Now, chloroform and a gun. Are you doing the job by yourself, Mr. Pete?
Actually, that was McCarthy, but
I'm sorry, McCarthy, Mr. McCarthy.
no, of course not. I'll be employing these teammates here.
Bogsworth is kind of shaking his head. He's like, oh boy, did we select the right group here? I don't know. We'll get your supplies. What is the plan? What are you looking to do with this chloroform and this gun? I think everyone should know.
Well, the gun, it's just in case things get a little hairy. Of course, it won't be for the actress, but who knows? She may have some bodyguards or something. Chloroform, well, you never know when a kidnapping might be in order.
I'm not sure how you're going to get a gun into the venue. They do pat downs, not to mention getting inside. You've got an inside man, Warren Saunders, but
Good. Then he can drop it somewhere. We'll agree on where it will be located.
well, he won't be able to get in with a gun either,
Well, that's quite frustrating.
unless you go there ahead of time or something.
Indeed. I thought that was the plan. We were going to case the place.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
we can hide the gun in the.
Are they
going
gonna be kittens about me bringing in my pocket knife?
Probably not a pocket knife.
Okay, good. Gotta be able to open a bottle of wine on the go, you know?
If you need me to smuggle it in, I probably could under my yarmulke.
Yeah, I think if we can make it in case the place prior, then we'll leave the gun somewhere handy. Maybe tape it underneath one of the seats. And take note of the seat number.
Do you have some tape?
Listen, you can tape it under my seat. My seat
Tape?
is going to be H37. That's where I'm going to be sitting with Amy Darkus.
I might sound like an idiot, but did they actually have tape at this time?
It just was shitty. Yeah, I'll take
honestly,
some
glue.
tape could definitely be useful. I'll take some tape.
Yeah, we ought to.
I was going to try and get a blackjack and some firecrackers.
Yes.
Of course you were, Stinky Pete.
When they ask for tape, you should give them some pasties.
Should leave the tin snips near the electrical box and the gun underneath the seat, and carry the chloroform. Well, they search you at the door, you say?
It is a star-studded event. all the major stars. If you didn't watch the news report, all the major stars are going to be attending.
Yes. Of course.
If
Well,
you
then
need
maybe
me to
this might
smuggle
not
in your chloroform, hand it to me. They will never search a poor rabbi.
Well, we'll leave that behind as well then. Maybe in the concessions near the liquor.
Yeah, if any
As he,
guards search you, they'll take a sniff of it to see, make sure it's okay, and then they'll pass out, and then you're good to go.
As he
Exactly.
puts that chloroform away, I want to kind of slide over to where he placed it and pick it up and slide it into my coat.
Yeah. Are you doing it where he could see it, or are you trying to hide that?
Just nonchalantly, so I'm like kind of like if someone's really paying attention, they could see me going over and doing it. But then like I kind of step back, kind of
Yeah.
slowly and stand next to it, like acting like everything's cool, and then just kind of grab it and in my coat real quick.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Oh shit!
What is your sleight of hand score at?
Probably 0.
Well, it's a minimum of 10.
Okay, let's look. All right, what is it? Sleight of hand. Oh, it's 50. So plus 10, 60.
Not
Right.
plus 10, it would be 50.
Okay. So
You don't add the number that's next to it. That's just
Okay.
what everybody has naturally.
Okay, so 50.
Yep.
So I roll a D100.
Yep.
So I have like a 50-50 chance here. 85.
So you guys see him trying to be slick with the chloroform, and all of you, if you're looking in his direction, you notice that he just kind of puts it. It doesn't look like he's trying to hide it, but he is kind of very smoothly moving closer towards the table and then just grabs it, but in plain view.
I'm gonna grab him by his stupid jacket that he's probably wearing, one of those long black robes. Listen, you fake rabbi. We're gonna need this later, okay? Let's leave it behind.
What we're going to need more than this is working together. No fighting. You must learn to work together.
Lilith will come for us all.
Good. She'll come for you first, con man.
Listen, Mick,
All right.
are you sure you're not Irish? Because you seem very belligerent. Belligerent means that you like to fight.
Yes, I am Irish. Indeed.
Oh, I thought you said you were Scottish.
Oh, boy. Them's fighting words.
Well, leave the rabbi alone. I'm sorry, Your Honor. It's just, some
Your
people
Honor.
just don't respect religion.
I'm Irish. That man's definitely not Irish, but whatever.
Chat says that Oscar-worthy performances with the voice acting. I
Yeah.
think they're specifically referring to Rabbi.
Yeah. 100%. We're probably gonna have to cut the lights, cause a distraction, and hopefully make the slip as the dust settles, as people are, settling into their panic. I imagine.
What was this actress's name?
Lenore Nightingale.
Lenore. I think she's single. I think I just kind of stroll in there and wiggle my eyebrows a little bit, and then I walk out with the necklace. Seems pretty.
How
cut
will
and
you
dry.
stroll in there when you have no invitation to the venue?
When you're a doctor, you can get in. Wherever you want to go.
Well, as
That's
you all
putting
know,
quite a bit to chance.
Will we?
Just
will we
one of the
possibly
things you can go get for me is an invitation. Perfect.
well, as you know, most actors in this time were Jewish. I could get you in close to her,
Oh my God.
and then you could steal the jewel right from her neck.
Listen, I don't know what you guys don't understand. I'm going to be right there. I'm in row H.
Yeah. You have tickets?
H37 is my seat. She's an A1. I just need to go, go backwards from the ABCs. Everyone knows their ABCs backwards. It's only like 4 spots away from her.
It seems like you all are making preparations for hiding things and seats and approaching people, and you haven't even scoped out the venue.
I thought we were already doing that.
That was my idea. See, you got to leave it to the people, the professionals who know what they're doing, who have a little bit up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said 15 minutes ago. Let's just go over there. Who's got a car?
Yeah.
Let's go check it
Yes.
out. I have a horse and buggy.
Uh,
I have this bicycle that I found on the streets.
Okay, so are you guys then heading out to the venue to scope it out?
Yes.
We're gonna have
yeah, is
to-
that bicycle a two-seater? I do not want to ride on this man's horse and buggy.
Oh, absolutely, it's a two-seater.
We've
Oh,
got
sweet.
to.
Sorry.
If not, I
Think
can
about-
just ride on the handlebars.
Bogsworth says, I can get you movie tickets for tonight's matinee of a different film. Any other questions? I will not be meeting with you until after the job is done. So right after the premiere, I'll meet you here in the warehouse. Any supplies that you've requested from me will be available in the warehouse. If you need any additional supplies after scoping out the location, do reach out in the same way we communicated before, and I shall gather them for you.
Great work, man. I'm gonna pull out $1 and hand it to him.
Hey,
So that night, you guys have tickets for the movie. This is the movie theater. Can everybody see the map?
Yes. Yeah.
The movie theater is already beginning to be decked out with props. It's not fully loaded yet, but you kind of see where everyone's working to set up all the props and the walls that are going to have hieroglyphics all along the sides. It's really themed out for this grand premiere. Again, the most expensive movie ever made. When you walk into the theater, the man in the front takes your tickets. You walk in, you notice there is a bar which also serves popcorn and a few snacks right near the entrance on the left side here. There's also a prop statue of a pharaoh right in front of a large carpet on which there seems to be some kind of display area. And inside the display area is clearly a spot for something to be displayed in a what seems to be hardened glass casing. There's nothing in there yet, though. Behind that, there are some sarcophagi that are they're props. They're not real. They're not from the dig site. There's a lounge area on the right. The gentleman's room is just south of the lounge area, and then the women's powder room is right near the main theater entrance. So the main theater entrance is where most people are going to have tickets, and that is where the large majority of the patrons will be going in through once the movie begins. Then you notice there's a spiral stairway heading up this way, and you assume that must be for the balcony seats. And you assume all the VIPs are going to be up there.
So I'm to understand that the staff is working on preparing the area.
That's right. But you're watching a matinee, so you're watching a movie tonight. You're in the lobby area right now, and there are workers there. There are 2 people tending the bar, and there are some workers just setting stuff up in the entire place.
Then I'm gonna stroll up to the bar, and I'm gonna be asking for an Irish coffee, and I'm gonna be listening in with my heightened listening skills here, and trying to see if I can hear how they're setting things up in the encasement.
I'm gonna go up to the bar too, next to.
Do I still have that chloroform?
You do. They didn't
I'm
seem to
walking up-
check you. There's no security at the entrance right now. Nick, roll me a listens check.
17.
Very nice. What's your listen score at?
It's 85.
Ooh, okay. So is 17 1/5 of that? I gotta do math. Can anyone tell me if that's 1/5? If that's 1/5, that's a critical success.
17 is
Fifth of
exactly
85,
1/5 of
it's-
85.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt. So you critically succeed on your listen check. Your ability at the bar, since you are an experienced bartender and you own your own bar, you're constantly paying attention to what's going on around, and ordering the drink, you feel right at home, and immediately kick into your role as a bartender and start listening into everything that's going on in the place. You do hear certain things. The sarcophagi are very light, is what the workers are saying. They are empty, and the tops do come off. And they're large to fit enough. You can fit several people in there. One of them even cracks a joke about throwing his sister in there. And then you notice that some of them are saying that this is quite a bit of work for a premiere. but all the people in Hollywood are going to be attending, and there's going to be kind of a meet and greet event before the film begins. People are going to be hanging out in the lobby. There's going to be a lot of people hanging out in the lounge. But you do hear that they don't expect the main stars, Lenore Nightingale and the German actor Gunther Karloff. They probably won't arrive until right before the movie begins. And the event will be red carpet and everything. You also hear them talking about the display. The display case, they say, you hear them kind of joking about the material that they're using is some kind of government-made material that is break resistant and supposedly even withstood bullets. So it is a very tough casing. They're going all out in securing whatever is going to go in this display case.
Am I aware of any alarm system or anything like that being set up with this encasement?
I'm sorry, what was the question again? It cut out for me.
Might I hear anything about any alarm or sort of electrical system that's attached to this encasement?
No, there's no electrical systems attached to it. It's 1938, so there's alarm systems are still kind of rudimentary. So no alarm system that you've heard of. I mean, there are alarm systems, obviously, but no one mentions anything about an alarm system. There's going to be guards. You do hear that. There's going to be guards to each side. People are going to be able to walk up to it and kind of admire the artifact, but the guards are going to be armed guards, so it seems like they're confident it's going to be fairly secure that way.
I'm gonna.
And it is only going to be on display. Lenore, you hear them say that she is going to be wearing the piece, and as the movie credits are rolling, the piece will then be taken by security and placed in that display case for the after movie. She'll be wearing it throughout the entire premiere. Yep.
Oh shit. I'm gonna see if the bartender needs some help, and I'm gonna use my knowledge of bartending as means to just be like, hey, you've got a premiere coming, and I bet it's gonna be pretty popular. Imagine you need another hand here in the bar, and see.
And as you're saying that, you take a sip of your drink, and it's not very good. There are two bartenders, so they say, you seem to know a lot about drinks. I see how you handled placing the drink, grabbing the drink. You know exactly how to drink an old-fashioned.
Well, no wonder you've got your issues. This is supposed to be an Irish coffee. And I'm just going to walk behind the bar and start mixing my own drink because I'm clearly unsatisfied.
They're going to say, sir, what are you doing?
I'm going to show you how to make proper drink. And just going to mix my own drink with skill and quickly. Fast talk them the whole time. I'm going to be chatting them up as if they're clients at the bar counter.
Okay, roll a fast talk. And then I know that Rabbi was asking about the chloroform. Yes, you do have the chloroform on you.
Okay. First of all, is there? Oh, well, I guess I'm talking to you. Is there a person in charge of setting up the venue right now? Is there someone who looks like they're giving all the orders and what to get done, like a lead?
Yeah. So actually, funny you ask, and actually, let's roll a. It's not spot hidden. What is the check that I'm looking for? Again, for anyone watching that started late, we're all I'm rusty with Call of Cthulhu skills. All the other players are new to Call of Cthulhu, so I am.
What's the question?
Kind of just looking here. So it wouldn't be spot hidden. I guess we'll go with a listen roll.
And anyone can roll that?
Yeah, if you're trying to listen for what he said, whoever's in charge and that kind of stuff.
What is he listening for?
Whoever's in charge. He's trying to spot whoever's in charge.
Okay. I failed.
I rolled a 26 on that fast talk, by the way, and my fast talk is 30.
Yeah, I saw that. So I will tell you what happens in just a moment.
Okay.
I got a 9 out of my 60.
I got a 4.
Holy cow! You guys all critically succeeded this, and I've been corrected by the chat. It is not a critical success. It's called an extreme success.
Oh,
FYI. Extreme, but it looks like all three of you extremely succeeded. So not only do you spot who the leader is, you're able to gather to listen for their name, and you also are able to gather that this person is the theater's head of security. His name is Reginald Mathis. He's a large and muscular black man, and he is constantly looking for any little thing. Seems to be very good at paying attention to detail. And he kind of spots you guys, and as you're all kind of hanging out, he starts looking at Sean McCarthy when he gets behind the bar, but it didn't seem to bother him that much. He seems to be more preoccupied with this setup, even though obviously McCarthy went behind the bar when he was not supposed to.
I'm gonna go up to the bar. I'm gonna order an old fashioned from McCarthy. I'm gonna say, "Hi, you feel right at home, you blue collars. You're always burying yourself in your work, huh?"
So the two bartenders, one is female, one is male. The male is a young and attractive 20-something, blonde, and when he speaks with a Russian accent, so he must be an immigrant from Russia. And then the other bartender is a female. She's very attractive and charming brunette, and they kind of both look at both of you and say, the Russian says, what is going on here? This is bar for us to serve. And the girl says, Anatoly's right. You can't be serving drinks here and ordering from him. What is this?
Oh, now calm yourself. Don't get your panties in a wad. And I'm going to start making the old fashioned.
So since you succeeded in your fast talk roll, even though that is quite a statement to say with a fast talk, she kind of is taken aback for a moment and doesn't know what to do, and she just lets it happen. Anatoly looks at you and then looks at Warren Sanders and just looks in amazement as you make the drink. So you make an old fashioned flawlessly, and he stops for a second and kind of does a double take and looks at you and says, I have known this man.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear you recognize me.
Not
nice
you,
bar here.
not you, sir.
You,
No.
you-
The actor?
He is famous
Yes.
actor.
Yes, I will give you an autograph. Don't you worry, and I won't charge you for it.
I would like just you say famous line from movie Lone Ranger. Higher Silvers.
So
Say please.
I take the napkin and I sign it, and I say, "Take that, you dirty rats!"
Oh yes, very good. I want to hear Higher Silvers.
Hail silver!
Excellent,
That's on
excellent.
my plate.
Sophia looks in amazement. She immediately takes to you, Saunders, and she says, "So you're an actor?"
Yes, and I'll be coming to that premiere. They sent me here just to supervise the work. You know, I'm to report back to the director of Khufu the Eternal, Matthew. I know him by first name, but Matthew Edgers. Yes, he's
Matthew.
gonna direct.
No.
it. Yeah,
You mean Marlowe?
Marlo. Yeah.
You
Isn't
must
that what
know.
I said?
Go ahead and make me a what is the roll for charm? Do you have charm? If you don't have charm boosted, instead roll your I guess appearance.
Yeah, my charm is 55.
Go ahead and roll charm.
Is this the guy in charge of the venue?
No, these are the bartenders. I'll get back
58.
to you in a second.
Oh,
You failed?
by three.
She says, "You know, I haven't seen you in any movies recently, and you don't know the director's name. It's Dennis Marlowe. Do you really know anyone from Hollywood?"
I said Marlo. You didn't hear me right. You know, it's because you're being distracted by this
Listen
Irishman
to
over here.
this man. He knows what he talk about. Marlowe is what he says. That's what he says. Sophia then looks at a little disinterested now, a little less interested in you. And you being in Hollywood, you know that a lot of people who have been immigrating to California recently are looking for kind of their big break in Hollywood. And her being a very attractive and charming young woman, the chances that she is here for specifically that reason might be why she's working at this theater. So we're going to go to Rabbi. What are you doing,
Yes.
Rabbi? You having a drink?
I'm trying to find the one in charge here.
Who are
I
you
asked the
asking that to?
bartender. The
Oh,
bartender.
the bartender.
Who's in
Which
charge
one of
of
them?
this venue?
Who are you asking, Anatoly or Sophia?
Kind of to both, you know. Do either of you know?
Oh, yes. Well, the theater manager, Roland
Yes.
Worthington.
I am
He is
supposed to
theater
let him
manager.
know. I am supposed to let him know I am here. The temple has sent me to bless this great show that's about to take place.
Well, Mr. Worthington is out speaking with the movie peoples. Perhaps you speak with head of security, Mr. Mathis. Big man standing there, muscles.
Okay.
Are you going to go speak with Mathis?
I walk over there and go talk to him.
He looks at you. He looks you up and down. Busy, what is it?
Mr. Mathis, it is I, Rabbi Reptavia. The temple has sent me, and since the main event coordinator is not here, I was instructed to talk with you about me. I'm here to bless the show in the fortnight.
The show is not in a fortnight.
Or whatever it is.
It's Friday.
I am here to bless the show on Friday. I will be blessing each of the actors and actresses before they step on stage.
That definitely won't be happening. Feel free to bless the place now.
This is the will of the temple.
He pulls out a little notepad and he kind of flips through it for a minute, and then he says, "Nah, you're not listed. You're not coming in or blessing any actors. You can feel free to bless the place today."
Do I see him pull out that list?
Yeah.
I think we should add ourselves to that list.
I think that's a great idea.
So he looks at you, Rabbi. Is there anything else?
Wait, one second. I have charm. Can I go ahead and try and charm him by saying, check that list again for my name, and charm him into kind of, like, oh yeah, I did see you on this list.
So for this guy, you'll need an extreme success. So where your charm roll is, there'll be one that says half and then another column that says fifth. The fifth is the one you're going to need to beat.
If I come up and distract him, will that add to his roll at all in any way? If I come up and try to start fast talking him while he's trying to charm him,
I will allow that. If you succeed on a fast talk roll, I will allow him to make a hard roll instead of an extreme.
All right.
That's still risky. My hard will be
now
30.
there is.
I got a 5 and my fast talk. Yeah.
So you come over and you start fast talking him, and he's a little distracted by Sean McCarthy, and he looks at you, Rabbi, and says, "What was it that you needed? Go ahead and roll your fast talk roll. You'll need a hard success."
Okay,
and I'll let you roll one extra die. So how that works in Call of Cthulhu, when you roll an extra die, the tens die, you're going to roll 2 tens dice. So in this place, so what you're going to do is you're going to roll 2d100, so /R, 2d100, and then put a K1 next to it. So what that'll do is it'll roll 2 dice and keep the best roll.
You want to...
I was just using some website.
Just to
my
clarify
rolls. Right, let me go
real quick. You want to roll 2d100, but you want to keep the lower of the 2 dice.
The lower, sorry, keep the lower, yeah. So the K1 won't work.
Yeah.
So just roll /roll, and then a pop-up will say /R, and the pop-up will say roll. and put 1d100 and then do it again.
Do I
Yeah.
spell out one?
No, you just
Well-
type the number.
So sorry, roll 1d100, and then the second one you're going to do / roll 1d10 because we're only rolling a second tens die.
Apparently, this bot is too complex for me.
/
You just type the number
/R.
1 and then the letter D and then 100. And then do the
/
same
R.
thing, but one.
So to clarify for those in the audience, bonus die and penalty dice are your tens place, like Face was saying, and you roll 2 or however many bonus or penalty dice you have. You would roll that many dice of tens, and then you would roll your ones digit die. And then in the case of a bonus die, you keep the lower value. In the case of a bonus dice, you keep the lower one, and then in penalty, you keep the higher of the two.
So what if
Don't
you
I-
have
don't
both
I roll
bonuses and
2D100?
penalties going at the same time?
They
What happens?
cancel each other out.
Oh man,
You
that's
roll
not
straight.
as hilarious.
Yeah.
Don't I roll 2D100?
No, now you're going to roll 1d10.
Okay.
So if you roll lower than a 7, so you roll the 10, which
Yeah,
is really
you'd
bad.
so in that case, you'd have an 18.
No, actually, no, a 10 is good because that would have been a 0
0, yeah.
because it's a 10 die. So you rolled an 8 instead of a 78.
So I
Is that
rolled an
right?
8?
No, I guess it. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, that'd be an
Yeah,
8.
because 9 would be the highest, the worst
yeah.
roll.
So I see.
Yeah,
So I do succeed because I have.
you succeed. You succeed, not extreme, but you succeed.
Just check that list again and see if Rabbi Riptevi is on there.
Isn't
He
that
pulls it
an
out,
8?
and yeah,
Yeah.
it's not an extreme success though. He says, "No, I don't see you on the list. They must have forgotten. I'm gonna have to get
on there real quick.
well. I'll add you for now. I'll have to speak with Mr. Worthington and see if all is correct. But yeah, I mean, who am I? I believe it or not, I myself am Jewish, so I do understand that the church does good work. And he pencils you in.
Thank you, my son. I look forward to seeing you on Friday.
One question: why do you sound like the witch from that Walt Disney production? The one who gave the apple to the lady.
This is just
Oh,
my
he
boy.
inspired the witch.
If it wasn't for Nick's help, you would have failed miserably. So the fast talk really helped. So what are the others doing? So we've got Saunders was talking. So we've got Lucky Pete and Tom Merriweather. Sorry.
Yeah, can I investigate the display case and try and understand the locking mechanism in place?
You'd have to do it from far away because if you start messing with it, the security will be on you. But
Okay. Yeah.
I'll let you roll from far away. So are you proficient in see what would a roll for something like thievery like this be?
It'd probably
I would
fall under
say-
sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand or spot hidden, whichever's the highest. I'll let you do either one of those.
Sounds good.
And it'll have to be a half roll because you're doing it from far away. You're not able to inspect closely.
33, and that's my skill is 90, so that it's good.
Oh, you wouldn't have been able to have more than an 80 on your skill. So make it 80.
To 90.
Okay. Yeah, I had said before 80 when we were making our characters, but you might have missed that. So take 10 away from there and add 10 to another skill. But you still succeed with a hard roll. So yeah, you notice there are several locking mechanisms. There's basically you need 2 separate keys in order to get the entire casing opened. So by deduction, you assume there are 2 separate people who would need to unlock it.
Is there a spotlight or anything on the display case?
Can I
Yes.
also go get a drink from the bar and then go spill it on the on the guy in charge? I think it was like Roland or something.
Roland
Just
Worthington
walk
is
up
the
to-
theater manager. He's not in. The people behind the bar are the two bartenders and Nick. Sean McCarthy moved away from the bar now. But yeah, there's two
I'm-
bartenders, which one is Anatoly Vladivosh and Sophia Barnaby.
No, he's talking
Forgive
about
me,
the
Vase.
water guy.
And
I
order
would
a
I would
drink.
like to be back at the bar. I'm still trying to convince him to let me work there. So
Okay. So you're trying to spill it on the security guard, Reginald Mathis?
Yeah, because I want to sleight of hand and try and steal his list if I can create a distraction.
Ooh. Okay, perfect. So you order a drink and then you're gonna try and spill it on him. All right. So
Yeah.
spilling it on him won't require anything, but you will need some kind of a deception roll to make it look realistic. So deception, well, there's no deception score, so we're going to use. What would a deception score be, Nate? I'm looking at the skills here.
Deception? It generally falls under fast talk.
Manipulate.
It generally falls under fast talk
Charm?
or charm.
Persuade, or-
It's generally fast talk or persuade.
Okay, fast talk or persuade.
Yeah, so like fast talk is used when you're trying to like very quickly like confuse somebody or something like that, and then persuade is when you're trying to like, convince someone of doing something or something like that.
Okay. So you'll have to, in order to make it look realistic, you'll have to roll fast talk or persuade. Now on this check, I'll allow you to push the roll if you want. So Call of Cthulhu has a mechanic called pushing a roll. You can't use it when you're in combat or firing a gun or rolling for sanity, but you could for skill checks. And what that means is if you fail, you can choose to push the roll, which means you roll again. But if you push it and you fail again, basically it's something really bad can happen. So like right now, if you miss, it may look a little awkward, but if you push the roll, then and you fail that, then the guy will definitely know you're up to something. So up to you.
So my persuade is 75, and I rolled a 67.
Okay, that's good enough. So you kind of stumble and you make it look fairly convincing, and you spill the drink on him, and he goes, "Man, look at what you're doing."
Oh, so sorry. And then I
Oh.
try and as soon as he looks away and starts looking at the clothes I just messed up, I try and swipe his list.
Okay, I will let you roll a normal sleight of hand roll. It would have been definitely a much harder roll than a normal roll, but since you caused a distraction, I'll let you roll a normal roll.
Skill of 80, and I rolled a 59.
Excellent. You were able to, as you're patting him down to dry him up, you're able to just reach in his pocket and took the list.
Can I write everyone's name down on the list?
You'd have to go to
And
the
then-
room, like the bathroom.
Yeah, I'll scurry off to the bathroom. Oh, gotta go. Uh-oh.
He kind of walks in there with you to dry himself off.
I'll go into a stall and just start making terrifying noises.
Okay. You notice when you walk into the bathroom, there is a window that's big enough for a human to fit through, but it is a little bit higher up. So if someone's climbing in through the window, you would need some kind of step ladder to get up there from the outside. But it's definitely a possibility. You just have to remove it's like a tilting glass design with layers. So you would have to remove the glass in order to slide in, but it is large enough for a human if you were able to do that.
Noted.
Yeah, Matastraphic in the chat says that getting everyone's name on the list is a decent plan. I agree. I think that's pretty solid. Okay, so you're
I
able
do
to
my
write.
best. I'm pretty uneducated. I scribble
Yeah.
everybody's name down with massive spelling errors everywhere.
And your
hopefully with
handwriting. So
matching handwriting.
you'll need to copy the handwriting. So you will need to roll a skill roll for that. So in this case, we'll have to use disguise,
Uh-oh.
or you can give it to someone who's good at that and
am.
see if. So you can hand the list to someone else to pencil it in.
Yeah, I'm not skilled at all. Is anybody else?
I have a 71.
You'd have to go to Saunders to get it penciled in.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. For whatever reason, I can't hear Geo. I can hear
Really?
everybody else, and I could hear him before the game started. I don't know.
Can you
hear me?
right click and see if you can increase
I
his
can
volume,
hear you.
maybe? Or maybe you muted him.
He's
Cameron,
not muted and his volume's up.
Understandable.
So.
it might be your internet connection. Disconnect and reconnect, Brian, just in case. And you as well, Gio,
Okay.
just in case. Cameron, what were you doing?
All right. So the first thing I wanted to do when we're coming in is taking a look at the lock on the door, like the door to the outside, and if that's the only lock that you need to get in, potentially at night or something.
For the main entrance?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, unless you're going to inspect it closely, which would bring about suspicion, you'd have to do it from far away. So I would need you to spot
I'm
hidden,
just saying, like,
or
as we walk by the door, like, is it a regular lock or?
just a quick glance. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it looks like a regular lock. Like a door lock. The turn, the kind you turn. Like
Okay. All right.
What are
that's
those called?
That's all
Is that a
there.
deadbolt?
So it's dead bolted from the inside, not necessarily a key or something.
Well, correct. Well, you need a key to lock it from the outside. So whatever that, when you the kind that most houses use,
It's
just like
a normal lock. All
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
And
And
speaking
then
of normality, we have a very normal, very underrated, very understated $10 donation, anonymous $10 donation.
Ooh.
And and the message attached is they chose 2 flashlights for my deck later today. Thank you so much for giving me a very basic, very useful card. 2 of them for my
That's
deck later.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for the anonymous donation. Anonymous.
And thank you for the flashlights. Lola is definitely going to need those. All right, carry on.
Matt, can we get a check on where we're at for the money raised so far?
We are up to we've just hit 350 today. We've got so we're off to a decent start today. So as if you're just joining us, we're seeing the world premiere of
Khufu the Eternal.
Khufu the Eternal. I'm pretty riveted right now. No, I'm just thinking about this. I'm like, you're a good GM so far. I kind of want to play under you. I want to experience the vase myself. Yeah. So I was like, exclamation point, donate in the chat if you're just joining us. We are raising money for Doctors Without Borders today, and it's for a great cause. And as mentioned, any donation of $5 or more, you get to choose a card, any card you want, even the Jack of Diamonds, for my deck later today. So exclamation point, donate.
Get Matt a good deck. He's right now he's having to roll with what is it? Trench knife. At least you got a couple flashlights.
Yeah, not looking so good, but I got some flashlights. So keep it up, everybody. And back to you, Mr. GM.
Thank you. All right. So Cameron, so you were checking the lock and
check the door. Kind of walked in, scoping out the place. I see some craziness happen at the bar. I didn't really walk in with the other guys, but I just kind of walked in a couple minutes later. I see this man behind the bar making a drink. Like, oh my god, he's just trying to embarrass us. Luckily, I'm not with him. Then I will walk up to the bar and start chatting up Sophia. Order. What's your best drink? What do you make well, Sophia? That's a great name, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I just started this job, so I don't quite have a best drink. I get compliments sometimes on just my martinis, but those are pretty easy to make, to be honest.
What's your favorite drink to make?
Well, favorite to make? I guess the martini, because it's so easy.
Yeah.
I'm not really
I'll
looking
take a
to be a
martini then. That sounds great.
She starts making it for you, and she starts talking and says, "Yeah, I mean, my aspiration is not to be a bartender for life. I'm actually here in California. I moved here from the South, and I'm going to be a big star one day. Just like
I can totally see that happening. Yeah, when I walked up here, I was like, this girl is not meant to be a bartender. This girl's going to make it big one day.
Thank you so much for saying that. You really see something in me? Do you
Oh,
see
yeah.
that?
Listen to your voice. Look at your hair. You've got everything that's needed.
As you're talking her up like that, Anatoly clearly seems to have a crush on her, and he sees you kind of charming her a bit, and he looks and he says, "You and every other woman in this place below 20, below 25, going to be big actress, huh?" And he keeps kind of just
Jeez.
cleaning glasses.
Listen to this toxic masculinity. He can't deal with your beauty. Can you go get some peanuts, Anatoly? Go do your job.
You want peanuts? I go get
Yeah.
peanut for you.
Yeah,
And he
go
goes,
do something useful.
he starts scooping up some peanuts, puts in a bowl, and just places it on the table. Some spill onto the table, and then he just goes about his business.
That's what I would. Yeah, that's what I would expect from you. Very professional. I'm so sorry you have to deal with this man, Sophia. It must be a difficult job.
He's quite all right. It's not that difficult, but when it gets busy during the premieres, everyone wants their drink very fast. And, well, even with two of us, it's very difficult to keep up with the orders.
Yeah, that must be stressful.
It is. This Friday, it's going to be insane. I mean, you have Hollywood elites, and I want to make sure that we give a good impression, but I feel that we're going to fall behind very quickly. I hope we do a good job.
If you have me behind the bar.
She looks at you, and then she sees the how quick you are with the drink making, and she kind of takes note and says, "I mean, we could use a third person."
Yeah, who should he talk to get hired? How'd you get hired?
The theater manager is Roland Worthington.
Okay. Yeah.
The chat is saying that Cameron, Mr. Merriweather, we've got a regular Tom Cruise over here.
That's how he styles himself, 100%.
Yeah.
Hey, so Sophia, I feel like I've known you forever. We should really what time do you get off today?
Well, I get off after the theater premiere.
Yeah. If you're free afterwards, we should go have a drink. I know that's what you do all day, but we should go have a drink somewhere.
Oh, I don't know. Better. Go ahead and roll me a charm roll.
Sure.
Or persuasion, whichever one. I don't think it took.
Yeah, I tried again.
Yeah. Oh, so you can try to push the roll.
Oh yeah,
you can try to push the roll. The other, hold on, before there's one other mechanic in Call of Cthulhu, which can ensure a success if you're pretty close to the success. What was your charm at?
My persuade's 80.
Okay, so oh, you're so you're using persuade. Okay, yeah. So you only fell by 6. So you can use what's called luck points. So on your character sheet, you'll see where it says luck. So your luck is like if you're trying to find, like if you reach under a seat and you're hoping that there's a gun under there, you roll luck for that, right? But you can also use luck as points. So you can actually deduct 6 points from your luck score permanently, or not permanently, but for the day. And then that will allow you to move to add 6 points or subtract 6 points from your roll, ensuring a success. So instead of pushing the roll, you can try that, but it's going to use up some of your luck points.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll use 6 points.
To be clear, it is permanent until the keeper decides to have a development phase, in which case the players will have the chance to regain luck.
That's what I said the whole time. It's permanent.
Tom Merriweather is live or die on the edge of his life. He's 27, but he's going to die before 30. So still has 44 luck points.
Sophia says, even though it was
age,
you barely succeeded. So Sophia looks at you and goes, "All right." You can tell she's kind of hesitant, but she thinks maybe something good would come out of it. So why not? You only live once.
Yeah, that's what I tell her. I coined this phrase: "You only live once."
Anatoly starts rolling his eyes, and he looks at Sean McCarthy and says, "You probably work much faster instead of flirting with clients."
I only flirt when it means it's going to add me some tips.
I will speak with manager. We want in third person because if we depend on Miss Charmer over here, we will never finish all drinks before movie finish.
Dick.
Well, that'll be much appreciated.
Excuse me.
All right, I'm gonna walk over to the sarcophagus display there,
Mhm.
and I'm just gonna look at it. I'm gonna inspect it.
Okay, what are you looking for?
Well, first, how sturdy is it if we were to stick people in there? Because you said it's a light material, but
Yeah.
if we put
It's basically, think of it like a wooden shipping box or shipping crate with
Okay.
very light wood. So it's just a big box. The top comes, on and off easily. They're not locked down or anything.
But
So
we're on the
someone could-
list, so we don't really need to smuggle ourselves in anymore. We can walk in now.
No,
we're on the
not
security
for-
guards list.
well,
Maybe.
I was
Maybe
thinking
we can.
if we need to, stick the rabbi in there or something with our
Oh,
maybe
okay.
some of our equipment, like the ropes and the cutters and anything else that might be too big to sneak in a pocket.
the rabbi was allowed in by the head of security, although he was going to speak with the theater manager about it. But yeah. So speaking of which, Rabbi, did you have something you wanted to do?
Yeah, I did. So I overheard the charmer and then the lady, and I overheard that she was very new, and so to me this means she could probably be easily persuaded, and so I wanted to go over and start chatting with her. Um, Hello, my dear. How are you?
I'm fine. It's interesting that your voice is more high pitched than mine. No offense given at all,
Oh,
Rabbi.
it's okay. I'm just a poor rabbi. My days spent blessing things. Anyways, I could not help but overhear that you wanted to be a star. And you know me, I only serve the real God. I could get you an audience with the most beautiful actress in the world that will be here on Friday, if you know
No
her.
Nightingale.
Yes,
How?
she is a very strong Orthodox Jew, and I am
I
here
did
to
not
bless
know
her
that.
for her performance.
Huh.
I could easily get you an appointment, but of course, you must help the poor rabbi.
Well, I don't know. What depends on what it is.
I just need a box. I have some rabbi things I might need for the night, and I just don't want to carry them around. My poor arms hurt from carrying it all around. I just have a wee bit of holy water and a satchel full of rabbi tools and some candles. If you had a box in the back I could store all this in, that would be greatly appreciated.
Is it a heavy box?
I would say a nice sized box where you could store things, just to be on the safe side. Plus, we don't
Well,
want anyone rummaging through my stuff.
well, if it fits behind the bar, I can keep it here. Maybe. Well, actually, I don't know. I guess I'd have to ask Mr.
Unfortunately,
Worthington.
I would hate to see this holy water get used in somebody's drinks, for it's all that I have brought from Poland.
Hmm. Well, we have a small storage room inside the main theater. But again, I'd have to ask Mr. Worthington about it. Go ahead and
Just
roll
flip it
a
to me.
persuade.
Just give it to
persuade.
me, and I'll put it
Okay.
together.
Persuade.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
Okay.
Mhm.
No!
You can use luck, or you can push the roll. Remember, if you push the
Just
roll,
give
you
it
might.
to me.
Oh, and that is no, it's not quite a critical fail.
He doesn't
or
have the job
it's-
yet, though.
You don't
But
quite
I'm
have the job yet.
behind the bar right now.
No, but we don't want. We're gonna put it in the back though. It's gonna be a box in the storage
Oh,
thing.
you
Okay,
want it in the back?
so what does pushing do? What is-
Pushing the roll means you re-roll again. But if you fail when you push, it could be a severe situation. So like it's something bad can happen if you fail.
Jesus. Well, it's 70, so right? So like it's a 30% chance of failure. I'm a gambling man, so ooh. Or I can use luck, you say?
You can use luck points, yeah. So you
You'd
can.
have to use
What's
a
your
lot of
score?
luck. Dude. Don't do
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'd
so
have to use a.
I'm at 70, so I just have to get it down to 70, right?
So 21 points.
I'll use 21
That's a
points.
lot.
I'll take that. I'll
Oh.
take that. I'll take that.
Okay. All right, 21 luck points. So she says, all right. Again, you barely succeeded, so she just reluctantly agrees. When did Robin Williams come back from the dead to play Call of Cthulhu? It's a run by Fruity. So she agrees to do it. She says, just give me the box after the movie's over and I'll go take it back there before I leave for the day.
Thank you. Thank you. And where does she put the box?
She's going to take it into the main theater and she says, well, everyone, the movie's going to start soon.
I quickly look at all my friends and tell them that if there's anything they want to already be here, put it in this box.
Pull
While you
out a
guys are
knife
watching.
from my boot, throw it in there.
I don't know if it'll help, but can I tell that the other bartender's got a bit of a crush on this lady?
Put your stuff in the box. Put your stuff in the box.
Yeah, you could tell. You definitely can tell that. It's pretty
What's
good.
in the box?
Then I'm gonna just hopefully I can up the persuasion of his when he puts in a good word for me, because I'm gonna tell him that I'll be his wingman for her. She's better off with him, and I'll just try to convince him that with me here, you'll have a better chance with her anyway.
Okay,
And,
go ahead and roll
hopefully that'll help.
persuasion. Nice.
14 and my persuasion's an 80.
That is a extreme success. He says, don't worry. I have good word with Mr. Worthington. I get you in. You got job for Friday. Trust me. It is guarantee.
All
I
right.
give you personal guarantee.
Oh yeah. Who do
so
I talk to make sure they know that when I come?
Mr. Worthington telling you, he calling you, and then he gonna tell the security. Everybody will know.
Perfect.
All right, and with that, the movie's starting. So, are you guys going into the main theater?
Yes, I want to put my satchel with like rope and candles. However, I want to take my lockpick set and put it underneath my yarmulke on top of my head, and then I want to put my keep my wooden carving of Lilith, but everything else I want to put in the box.
So you guys walk into the darkened theater, and the lights dim even further as the movie starts playing. You sit down and enjoy the film of the night, thinking about the job that is coming ahead in just a few days. And with that, we will fade to black temporarily for the second act as we take a 10-minute break. So the movie was not all that good, the one that you watched. It is not Khufu the Eternal. It's a different film. And
I'll tell you what it wasn't. The Lone Ranger.
Yep. So with that said, you guys are now back to your meeting spot of the warehouse. So, do you have any other supplies that you need to request from Mr. Humphrey?
Yes, a laxative, powerful laxative.
You know, it's funny that you asked for that because I'm like, I wonder if anyone will ever think to do that. And you did.
Yeah,
That's
they're gonna
actually
be down at least one bartender on the night of the
Oh,
movie.
I didn't think it was going to be for that, but that's hilarious. So yeah, he's able to get you a powerful laxative.
You would think
And did
you
I
would
get-
want to
did
give
I
it
get
to
that
her and
pocket
then
watch?
meet her in the bathroom while she's wearing it.
That's a good idea too. I figured it'd be multi-use. There's a lot of good things you can do with a laxative.
Yeah, if she orders a drink, the bartender, our bartender, can hook her up with the good stuff.
Yeah, Nick, that's actually what I had anticipated someone using a laxative for, is what you said, Nick. But bartender to create.
No,
I'm assuming you wanted to create
I'll
like
spike
a.
her drink for you if she drinks.
I'm gonna spike the drinks of Sophia the night before. If I can get Anatoly out there too, we'll spike his as well. Then there'll be only one bartender on the day of the premiere.
Oh, that's going to be rough.
It's going to be
So-
rough on him, but he's guaranteed to serve the drink of
True.
Lenore Nightingale.
There's a lot- Chat says there's a lot of good things you can do with the laxative. That's some top-notch Call of Cthulhu advice right there. Comes up more than you think. Oh man.
All right, so let's get our plan straight. So we're gonna give the laxative to the bartenders to
Yep.
get Nightingale to
Who's
go
got-
to the bathroom.
Who's got the highest sleight of hand?
I've got an 80.
80's really good. So you should meet her in the bathroom then, I imagine.
That'll be
It's too bad we don't have a female in the group.
Yeah.
Oh, our rabbi just talks like that?
Rabbi, females can't be
Female rabbi. There's a
Uh,
window in there, so you could sneak in through the window to get to her.
Okay,
That's
so
very
then,
1930s of you to say females can't be a rabbi. Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
so
In character.
so if that fails, what's our backup plan?
I think that's 2023 as well. I don't think females can be rabbis, can they?
My character doesn't
Yeah.
believe in religion, so
Oh.
I think plan B is to cut the lights, cause a distraction, and just force it off her.
So
Right?
you have firecrackers. So we can cut the lights,
Yeah.
light up some
Yep.
firecrackers. I know Spanish, so I can scream out, orale, orale, everyone, give me your wallets, right? And so they can think bandits are taking over. We can
there
have
are
somebody
armed
huddle
guards.
them.
We definitely don't want to.
Well, if we
Well,
cut the lights,
somehow, why don't we?
armed guards won't mean much. They can't fire into the dark.
That's true, especially in a crowded theater. And
Yeah.
So then maybe the guards can take. We can have the guards push everybody back into the theater, leaving the necklace by itself
Doubt
in
they
the
would do
lobby.
that.
Hopefully, she needs to visit the restroom during the movie, and we'll have the necklace on her when she
It
visits
ain't
the
gonna be
restroom
that
from her
easy, man. We gotta
drink
have a
being spiked.
solid plan B.
But yeah, I think plan B is cut the lights during the movie so that we don't have to worry about that case. Because I think once it gets into the encasement, it's going to be really hard to get in there. Will there be an intermission
She's
in
gonna have
this movie?
people- She's gonna have
You didn't
people.
ask, but you can
Ah.
ask.
I will ask.
I was also thinking that if we could figure out how to get into the theater like the night before, we
Right,
could do
that's
a
the
lot
other
of our
plan.
own prep work.
I have a job, so I'm good, I think. Does he call? Do I get the call, Base?
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
have a
handle
job.
that when you guys are done talking here.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
handle the next couple of days. But yeah, you'll have the
So-
job.
So
right.
we need some supplies put away. We can hide them either in the sarcophagus or whatever. Or
box.
stick the gun under my seat
Put it in my box.
in your gun in your box, but somebody's handling your box. What if they decide to open it out of curiosity?
She will not open it. I'll convince her that if she looks upon the statue of Lilith, it'll burn her eyes and summon Lilith.
Possibly when I get the phone call from what's his face, my new employer, I'm gonna see if I can bring along a bar hand if possible when I talk to him in person. So who wants to help me behind the bar when the other two are knocked out with laxatives? Who wants to be there as my backup bar hand? I think the rabbi ought to join me.
The rabbi has a way in. I'm thinking Stinky Pete. I mean, wait, what was his name?
Oh yeah, how's the hobo gonna get in there?
Lucky.
Sneaky Pete.
Sneaky Pete. Sneaky
Sneaky
Pete. My bad.
Was
I have a bit of a
I
lisp.
able to modify the list so that everybody can just walk in?
We got what's
Yeah,
his name
yeah,
to modify the list,
yeah,
and we
He modified the list. You to
Oh.
put it back in his pocket though, you'll need another sleight of hand. I forgot to do that.
I can't
Or just throw it
be
at his feet like you dropped
we
it.
corrected the list and just kept it.
Or you could leave it on the counter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Throw it
which
at
I was just gonna
then
say, leave it.
he could think he left it there by mistake or something.
Yeah,
Drop it
No,
by
leave
his
it.
knee.
Leave it on the
Whatever
counter, and
that
I'll
is,
bring it to him and say,
yeah.
"Oh, I think you've forgotten this." And then I'll try to get in with him, like get kind of chummy with him a little bit.
Yeah, do that.
Okay. Yep. And that goes off without a hitch.
All right.
So you've got your plan together then? Is that everything
Yeah,
kind of narrowed down?
What was the word on the intermission? Does it have an intermission?
So
Yes. So the show does have an intermission. 15-minute intermission.
guys, so what?
So
is
if she,
let's clarify.
so if she doesn't end up rushing to the bathroom before intermission, then I say we cut the lights at intermission while we keep an eye on where she's at, cause a distraction, and snag it while the lights are out. We're gonna need a flashlight.
But then, if we do that, we're not going to.
You know who has flashlights? 2 of them is Matastrophic
Yeah.
and Lola.
True. Thanks to those donations.
Yep.
What were you saying?
The thing about doing that at the intermission is we won't get to see the rest of the movie, which
Oh.
when am I going to
man.
get to watch the movie again?
Oh.
Rabbi Chat says you can't handle people's boxes like that. Oh my god. Okay, so I think Gio was asking, so just to kind of reiterate the plan, narrow it down.
Yeah, plan A is feed the laxative to both bartenders so that I'm guaranteed to serve the drink to the actress, and I'll serve her the laxative. And if she doesn't rush to the bathroom by intermission, we cut the lights on intermission, and somebody ought to have a flashlight.
First, let's get the details here. While she's in the
yeah.
bathroom, what's happening?
Oh, she's gonna get the chloroform, right? Hit her with the chloroform, take the necklace, leave her there.
So somebody's going to be in the bathroom waiting for her?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we need
it's going to be Sleight of Hand Man.
Okay.
So we need someone to. So Stinky Pete's going to have to cross dress.
Sneaky Pete.
Okay. So
I don't know if she's rushing in there during the bathroom. Maybe you can slip into the women's bathroom without being noticed.
Let me tell you, she's going to have a bodyguard if she's wearing that thing. So they'll probably even go in the bathroom with her. So if you're in there waiting, let's say you're in the stall. The minute she opens that stall door, she's going to gasp when she spots you before you can even get to her with the chloroform.
Then we'll cut the lights as she's walking into the bathroom. So one way or the other, we'll make sure the lights get cut. So who's going to do that?
How do we know how to cut the lights?
I have electric repair at 30, so I have it boosted.
All right. So if that doesn't work, right? Okay. So once you use the chloroform, you take the necklace. What do you do with it? Are you going to throw it out the window?
Ooh, I like that, actually.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I like that too.
Okay. So
put it in a satchel first. Bring a satchel in with you so that it can be.
So then, if you get caught, you don't have the necklace in your hand. You're innocent, and you just walked into the wrong restroom, and then whatever. Maybe she passed out from whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, the lights were out. We didn't know it was in the bathroom.
Before you continue the planning, chat has their own plan for you guys. Step 1, apply laxative. Step 2, apply laxative. Step 3, apply laxative again. Step 4, gasp. And step 5, apply chloroform.
Yes, exactly.
Genius. Okay, we've got it all figured out. Let's go do that.
That's it. Yeah. All right. So then now, if it doesn't work, okay, if you're stopped by the bodyguard, the alerts are going to be up as far as them keeping a lookout for somebody trying to steal the thing. So then we've already cut the lights. How are we going to cut them again on plan B?
How are they going to repair it? We don't know how long it's going to take them to repair that situation.
Right. So then what'll happen if plan A doesn't work in that way? If we cut the lights on plan, I'd say we don't cut the lights on plan A to save a good plan B. Because if we cut the lights on plan A, they're going to have tightened security with that necklace. It won't be in the case, and we're going to have to fight our way to it.
So how do we deal with the guard?
I never thought we were cutting the lights on plan A.
Well, we gotta deal with the bodyguard then, because I think you're probably right that she's gonna have a bodyguard with her.
Distract the bodyguard. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to intercept him.
So I can go. Probably try to talk to her and say, "Hey, I'd like to work in a movie with you," and then distract the bodyguard somehow. I have good charm and all that while she's in the bathroom.
Maybe we could set off a few firecrackers as she's on her way in, so the bodyguard wants to stay out of the bathroom and find out what the noise came from.
Well, if the bodyguard's job is to protect her,
Yeah.
he's not a cop. He's not going to go find what it is. He's going to move closer to her.
Or we could make a bear noise.
Yeah,
Never
that's a
mind.
good
That's
point.
not a good idea.
Bear noise. Yeah, we'll make a bear noise.
We could. I think we keep the first attempt very low key. Like we don't want to get anyone's guard up. If you succeed in the
Yeah.
chloroform in the bathroom, fantastic. If not, then we move
Then
on.
we'll do Plan B, which is cut the lights, set off firecrackers, so they send everyone back in the theater, and then we'll take it from there.
Maybe the guard is probably the one who needs the chloroform. Maybe knock out the guard, try to get him from behind, and chloroform
Yeah,
the
she'll
guard
be easier to
instead.
deal with if you
Yeah.
just get the guard out of this
Yep.
equation, because she'll be shitting her guts out.
Exactly.
She'll be like, just take it. Hand me the toilet paper.
Yeah, this is it. No toilet
have a
paper in the
cure.
stall. She gets in there,
Let's
no
trade.
toilet paper.
Oh, that's good.
And you offer her
Yeah.
the trade. Give me the necklace and I will give you some toilet paper. Easy.
I love it.
It's solved. Do we even need to
Hey, we
roll
can
anything?
put the rabbi.
Plan is done.
Hey, the rabbi could be the one in the bathroom because he sounds like a woman.
True. Also, he's familiar with her. All right. Well,
All right. Plans in order, I assume. Any other little last minute things?
Nope. Everyone's
is the hobo waiting outside? Is the hobo waiting outside to receive the necklace when it gets tossed out the window?
I thought it was going to be in the bathroom.
Oh, you're the one in the bathroom. That's right. That's right.
I've got the high sleight of hand.
How nice is that pocket watch that they got me?
It's a good fake.
Okay, I'll pawn it. How much do I get?
A pawn shop would know right away. They're like,
Yeah,
"Take
I
this
mean, it's
garbage
still a
home."
nice fake. Like I'm not pawning. I'm not trying to say that it's a gold.
This is
like it's
this
real
is
gold.
L.A. unless you go to like a bad part of town, but
LA
guess if
is a bad part of town.
not quite as bad in the 30s, but
Okay, that's true. That's true.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'll say you maybe get $20 for it. Which is a
Hell
lot.
yeah! The man could have just given me $20, but I had to finagle it. But we got there. How do my dates go?
Yep, so that's what I'm getting to.
Go out
So,
with her. Yeah.
so your date goes first. So the next day, basically, this girl talks about herself quite a bit. She is just enamored with the idea of being a big Hollywood star, like Lenore Nightingale. And yeah, so she just goes on and on about Hollywood and how amazing the life of the stars is, and how she wants to be a part of it so bad, and that's why she moved to California.
Yeah, I'll just stroke her ego, be the perfect gentleman the entire time, just just like a friend, and tell her that at the end of everything that I know this guy from Top Gun or some other movie, I can't remember what it's called, and I'll get her in touch after the got a lot going on leading up to the premiere of this movie, but after that I'll definitely get her in touch.
She seems extremely excited and wants to keep in touch.
Sweet. Yeah, I'll go out with her each night until the leading up to the premiere.
She only has time for one date that week because of the premiere. She's getting things ready.
Ghosted me.
Fun fact: the article that inspired Top Gun was written in 1983. So
yeah. Sean McCarthy.
And speaking of inspirational, we have a $20 donation from Northern Lights over Arkham Self, the Top Gun of the Arkham horror community. Is that right? That's okay. Anyways, Northern Lights over Arkham says third time's the charm, right? Let's make this the best horrors without borders so far. And no, it is not time for bed yet, says JP, who is famous, world famous, for staying up till like 7 a.m. because he's out there in Finland, and that's how
Go
late
to
it
bed,
gets.
JP.
Yep, that's the joke that we've had over the years. So thank you so much, JP, for donating to this cause.
you,
This
JP.
puts us at $420. So light him if you got him is the appropriate phrase here. And speaking of, I think someone's about to light a theater on fire. So back to you, GM Vase.
Thank you. So, Sean McCarthy, you get a call in the middle of the week, and it is Roland Worthington, the theater manager, and he says, "I spoke with Anatoly. He says you're very fast and very good. Can you take a job last minute?"
I'd love to.
We'll need you behind the bar for the premiere. It's going to be a busy night, but you'll make quite a bit of money. It won't be
Well, sounds
beyond
great.
the realm of possibility to make $75 to $90 throughout the evening.
Yeah, I'll take the job. And forgive me, guys, a metagame here. Did we decide that somebody would be a barhand, or do I not bother?
I mean, I could be a bar hand.
All right, I'll bring in for that. I'll try to persuade him to let me bring in an extra hand as well. I'll say I'll pay him out of my own tips. Make it easy on him.
Roland Worthington says, "You don't need a bar hand."
Hey, I can appreciate that, and I don't take me as argumentative, but I saw what your bartenders are doing. I'm gonna just let you know it's gonna be a busy night. Got one of the most famous actresses in the world. I think my buddy can take care of it, and he
Persuasion.
can make sure that we stand. All right.
Oh,
13 and it's 80.
my God, another extreme success. Wow, you guys are killing it.
Oh,
You're getting all your good ones out of the
so
way.
bad, though. Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so
No, I always
yeah,
roll
he
low.
says,
Great.
he says, "Well, according to my bartenders, you're quite the expert, so I guess I'll defer to your expertise. You can have your
I
bar
appreciate
hand,
it.
and I'll pay a minimum wage, 25 cents an hour."
You got it. He'll be
Excellent.
pleased.
All right, so with that said, anything else before the big premiere? I'll take
Make
that
sure
as
we
a
have
no.
somebody with a flashlight.
Wait, what'd you ask?
If there's anything else before the premiere on Friday night.
We all have our items and everything that we need.
Okay.
And I've got $20. Good news.
I thought you spent your 20 on the date, taking her to a nice dinner.
No. She paid for the date. I just
He forgot his
had
wallet.
20 in my pocket.
You made her pay
Wait,
for
what?
the
Set the
date.
trend early.
Wait, hold on a
Yeah.
second. What year is this?
Yeah.
1938.
Yeah.
She's a high dollar bartender. I left my money in my other wallet. I'll pay for our next date.
That's after the
and
Great
we
Depression
don't do
too.
it.
This is partially why she only had one date with you that week. She can only afford so much.
I would have paid for the second one, but she didn't.
All right, so Friday night rolls in. You guys are kind of giddy with excitement, a little nervous. You have your plan in place. Everything seems like solid, foolproof plan. And as the clock strikes 7, the grand doors of the premiere swing open, revealing the theater is called
I
the
was
premiere.
I was trying to meet her beforehand and poison her. I mean,
Not possible for Lenore
No.
Nightingale.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
definitely
talking about Sophia.
Oh, you're trying to meet her right before the
If you're
premiere?
working with
no
me,
laxative.
just do it while we're working with her.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
That's valid.
All right, so the premiere theater, the doors swing open, revealing a stunning sight. The lobby is decked out in luxurious red velvet drapes, gold accents, and crystal chandeliers. A red carpet leads the way into the theater, flanked by paparazzi and excited fans, hoping to catch a glimpse of the stars. The air is electric with anticipation, and the buzz of excitement is palpable. The scent of fresh flowers and perfume wafts through the air and the sound of soft music can be heard from the theater beyond. As guests begin to arrive, dressed in their finest gowns and suits, the energy in the room builds to a fever pitch, promising an unforgettable night of glamour, romance, and intrigue. So, I need to clarify where everybody is during the premiere. You're already inside the theater, Sean, right? So you're bartending. Lucky Pete, what are you doing?
I would wait until the movie starts, and then when the movie starts, I'd try and go hide in the women's bathroom.
But you're just going in as a guest, right?
Yeah.
Okay, on the guest list. All right, I'll get to that. Rabbi?
Yes.
What is your position during the big opening night premiere?
Are we arriving right now?
The premiere is just starting. People are arriving in their finest gowns. Yep. Were you a guest? Were you going to be going in as the rabbi to bless the place? What you had convinced the bodyguard or the security guard, head of security, to speak with the theater manager to allow you to bless the place and the actors that come in. Were you still going to be doing that?
Yes, I'm going to take my place at the front of the theater, get checked in, and then welcome guests as they appear.
Okay. So, and then Tom Merriweather. That's
sorry.
Cameron.
I'm with. I'm going to the bar. I'm the bar hand.
Barhand.
Yes.
And Saunders, Warren Saunders.
I'm walking in with as the plus one of Amy Darkus.
Oh, you're
who's an actress.
That's right. So you're just
And
you're a guest.
just to say, right before the guests start walking in, I am going to say we should all take a drink of my special shot, and try to get that laxative in early. So I say we all do a cheers before people start piling in
Okay.
and loosen up a little bit. It's good luck to have a drink before a big event.
All right. So Anatoly and Sophia are there at the bar. And then you have you and Merriweather. You're taking the shot. You notice Sophia is very willing to take the shot with you guys, but Anatoly says, I am a professional. I do not drink before a big job.
Hey, Anatoly, if she's willing to do it, you're gonna want to get in on the end with her, don't you? She's loosening up, you loosen up. It's gonna be a big night. You guys are gonna be working closely together. Should probably, take the edge off a little bit, buddy. If you want to look cool, you're gonna have to take this drink.
You've
She's
got
not
no
gonna get
chance
into
next to me unless you take a nice little sip of this.
it. Yep, for that.
Look at these eyebrows, and I'll wiggle my eyebrows at him.
And I'll whisper to him. I'll make it a virgin, so you're not really taking the drink. Just act like you're taking it.
So roll persuasion, Nick. And Cameron, I'll have you roll intimidation.
Intimidation.
Yep.
I thought it'd be charm. Show
No,
off.
64.
he does not
My
want to
persuade is 80.
Okay, good. What about your intimidation, Cameron?
Maybe it's the
Oh.
caps lock.
Ooh. Okay, so he
Nice.
That is
looks at you.
exactly the critical, or not. That's
Extreme.
exactly my extreme success because I have a 15. So
Chat's like, man, I thought it would be charm. You said attempting to threaten someone.
no, I was just showing off my good looks.
I'm saying intimidation because you're competing with him for the girl. So you're like, if
I
you don't
got
take,
that
anyway,
makes
so
I was just
so-
rolling charm in real life. It failed.
right. So you both succeed. Cameron, you extreme success. So Anatoly, immediately when you say that, he grabs the bottle from your hand, Nick, pours himself the shot, and takes one, then takes another, and then takes another. And then he looks at you right in the eye, Tom Merriweather, and says, now what? I could drink you to ground. I am professional.
Better spike one of those shots.
Meanwhile, outside, people are kind of coming in droves. There's so much buzz and excitement outside. The rabbi, as you're blessing people coming in, you notice a lot of stars that you've recognized from the movies, especially one called Warren Saunders. He's got a date named Amy Darkus. You kind of nod at each other as he walks in, and you bless him. And you notice a bunch of people coming in. You still have not seen the main actors Gunther Karloff, Lenore Nightingale, and you have not seen the director, Dennis Marlowe, either. And now people have filled the waiting area and the reception area, and everyone's kind of having drinks and ordering drinks and having a great time, all talking about this exciting film and just all the records it's going to break, and everyone just seems really excited to watch this movie.
I'm going to try to listen in and see if anybody important is around. And secondly, to see if they happen to know if she's going to be slipping in through a different door or if she's going to make a big entrance or anything like that.
Yeah, go ahead and make a listen roll. So far, just on the surface, you have not heard anything about a side entrance, but go ahead and make a listen roll. And important people, yeah, there's a lot of important people there. You succeed, so you hear that she's going to make her entrance on the red carpet, but she has not arrived yet. And everyone anticipates that she will spend minimal time in the reception area, as most top actresses do.
We should have been able to slip the laxative in, right? How are the bartenders doing?
Right now, they're doing fine. It's going to take a little bit for that to hit. Warren Saunders, Jill, you and Amy Darkus kind of split and start making the rounds, meeting people and talking to people. The rest of you notice that the bartender she is trying to make connections. Every famous actor that orders a drink, she's trying to like talk them up, but everyone's busy talking to other actors and directors, trying to come up with trying to secure their next gig. So they're not really paying that much attention to her. And Warren Saunders and Amy Darkus, you guys are kind of mingling with people. And go ahead and make me a listen roll, Gio.
Oh man, I keep rolling 8s.
What is your listen score at?
My listen score is 20.
Okay, so it's not an extreme success, but it is a success. As you're chit-chatting with people, you notice someone mentioned briefly that despite this huge premiere, that they heard that Dennis Marlowe will not be attending. That's the director of the film.
What? Okay, I'm gonna go over to Mick Jagger, the bartender here. Hey, Mick. Make me an old fashioned, will you? I'll give you 10 cents.
I will, and I'll lean in really close.
I heard a rumor. Merriweather, the director, he ain't gonna be here.
Merriweather.
Or Marlowe. Merriweather's one of our guys.
I'm right here.
You are wrong, sir. I am right here the whole time.
Marlowe ain't gonna make it. Tell everybody. I don't know what the deal is, but she ain't here either.
Well,
Hopefully
hopefully people
stressed
are
about the movie being so bad.
Think maybe they're
Yeah.
having an affair.
I don't know, but I'll definitely pass on that information. I'm not sure the significance of it, but certainly something's going on there.
Yeah, let's keep an eye out. We gotta stay alert. I was hoping to get back in the good graces of the Hollywood people. I mean, no, Marlowe,
interesting.
personally, I think he had to go get his brother at the airport. That might be it.
I'm back in the good graces, huh?
So
I'm gonna be
You
trying
guys
to help out the female bartender, by the way, when she's trying to talk to folks. I'm gonna try to tag team that and like put in a good word for her, just kind of try to wingman it for her a little bit.
So as you're doing that, the crowd is now the lobby is super full. There are people everywhere, kind of just admiring all the props and the setup of the lobby. People are having a great time, and some people start ushering into the theater. The movie's going to start in just a few minutes, and Anatoly says, "You must excuse. I must eat some pilash. It was no good. Grandma always put too much fat." And then he immediately puts his bottle down and then runs to the men's room. There is a line to go into the men's room, and he is jumping up and down, waiting.
He's gonna shit himself. That's great.
My plan all
Perfect.
along. This is all I came here for. I'm gonna leave.
Does fellow make it into, I forget his name, Lucky Pete? Is that no, that's the actor, right? What's
Lucky Pete is
Stinky.
the hobo.
Yeah, did he make it into the bathroom? Do we know?
You were
I
climbing in
would
through the
wait
window.
until it's empty.
Oh,
I
you're
was
waiting until it
I was
empties
just gonna go through the door. Once the show started, I assumed the lobby was
Right.
gonna be clear, and I could just walk
Right.
in.
Yeah.
Okay.
As the clock continues to tick, Sophia says, I'm sorry, I don't know. Some men just take you to dinner and it's just subpar. And then she just
Wow. She went out with a
angrily,
different person the night
her
before. Probably.
forehead is beating with sweat, and then she puts the bottle down and goes to the ladies' room.
Perfect. So far, so good, guys.
Yeah.
It is
I'm struggling to keep up, but I'm trying to keep it lighthearted and make sure everybody's entertained the whole time.
Suddenly the theater manager, Roland Worthington, who you had never met until today, you met him by phone, Sean McCarthy, but he is now at the entrance to the main theater, and he is very well dressed, and he says, ladies and gentlemen, please begin to take your seats. The film premiere shall begin momentarily. And people
But that
start
man wasn't
ushering into
showing
the
up.
main theater. The director's not showing up.
Which is Worthington.
No.
No, this was the bar. This was
the
this
director's
was the-
Marlowe, Dennis
the-
Marlowe.
it was the manager, rather, theater manager.
Oh, okay. Theater. That's where I was confused. My bad.
Yeah. So people start ushering into the theater. Little by little, the lobby is clearing out. There's no more line to the gentleman's room, but Anatoly has not come out, and neither has Sophia.
Nightingale's not here either.
Nightingale's not here yet. There are two security guards posted at the bottom of the stairs to the balcony seating area. But yeah, she has not arrived either, and neither has Karloff.
That chick's about to be a witness when you walk into that bathroom. So make sure you're not speaking because she's going to be in there while you're in there.
Yeah.
All right. So as people are ushering in, you just hear someone near the entrance go, oh my God. And everyone stops and turns around as the doors swing open. And a brunette, beautiful brunette, about 5'7", in a beautiful silk gown, walks in with two men standing next to her. And people are just stunning as she walks in, looks around the room, smiles, waves. Hello, everyone. And then just continues to walk straight towards the balcony seating area. She is wearing around her neck a pendant that looks to be of ancient Egyptian design.
I'm gonna walk up and ask her if she'd like me to bring something as soon as she's in the
You
seating.
try to
dare
walk up to her
spot.
and start talking, and one of the large security men puts his hands and puts it on your chest and says,
All right.
"No talking to
Okay.
Miss Nightingale." And then she
I'll lift my
continues.
hands up, like, hey, no problem. I'll walk right back to the bar.
And then he whispers something in her ear, and then she kind of nods, and then he eyes you for a second as she walks towards the balcony. The two guards that are there escort her up. The two guards that walked in with her, one of them stays downstairs. The other one begins to walk towards the bar.
I guess I'm at the bar by myself. I'm like, I don't know.
No, I walked right back to the bar. I didn't want to push it or anything.
The same security guard that put his hand on your chest walks up to the bar, kind of shoves away another patron that was ordering a drink and says, "Give me an old-fashioned," and puts a $5 bill down on the table.
Huh.
Well, shit.
I'll make him a real good one, and I'll try to chat with him a little bit, try to bring his guard down after he takes the drink. I'll try to kind of mellow him out a bit. I'm gonna serve it
a
stiff.
special
$5
drink.
is worth it. Yeah, it's a
Stiff?
special
Okay.
drink.
He
Stiff drink and add a laxative.
Add a laxative. Okay. He grabs the drink, does not stay to chat, and walks back. Then you notice he goes right up up the stairs as another security guard walks down the stairs at the same time as he's walking up, and he walks upstairs.
All right.
All right.
As you
I'm gonna
continue
go up
working.
to. Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna walk up to the guy who came down the stairs. Hey, you're watching Nightingale, right?
To the guards, they kind of look at you and don't say anything. And then one of them kind of looks again and goes, Saunders.
Yeah, I'll get you a headshot. Hold on.
Roll me a luck roll.
All right, so
Oh, because you're not in well with these folks. They probably know you.
9.
That's
Bro, I'm
an
really
extreme
good.
success. So he looks at you and says, Saunders, don't you remember me? Kalbayan. Kalbayan, I worked security for you during your Lone Ranger stint.
Oh, yeah.
How have you
I
been?
remember you. You were a good man. Listen, tell me the truth here, man. This Nightingale, she grinding the granite with Warren.
Yes.
Yeah, he ain't here yet, so I figured they were they at the hotel together?
Are you talking about Marlowe?
Yeah.
I don't know. No one knows why, but Miss Nightingale says he will not be showing. And as soon as he says that, he looks into the entrance, and in walks Karloff, the male lead actor. He walks up to the bar, and he begins ordering a drink from you, Sean. He says, "Bar is lightly staffed tonight, huh?"
Well, we've got a bit of bad luck, I think, but don't worry, I'll take good care of you. What can I
As
get
you're
you?
saying that, you hear someone screaming from the gentleman's room, "Oh, do not go in there. No one go in there." And he quickly paces towards the main theater. The main theater area is the lobby is mostly empty now. Karloff walks in, orders the drink. We'll get to that conversation in a second, Gio. So you keep talking to Kal Bayan, and he says, "Oh, Karloff finally made it."
And speaking of
Why?
finally making it, Gary Walker has generously donated $30 to the cause of Doctors Without Borders. The message he
Wow.
leaves Ace and all of you in this, thrilling Act 2 is a thumbs up emoji. So
Oh, nice.
I guess that's a good look there. Yeah. So carry on.
Thank you so much for the donation. So yeah, he says Karloff finally made it.
Yeah, that Karloff, you should hear what he did to me. What did he do to you?
Nothing. He's just was acting really strange last week.
Why? Why do you say that?
I don't know. And I think this morning he was having another bout of that. Well, he was just sitting there, and then, well, we were all together with the director and Nightingale, and he just starts mumbling to himself over and over and over and over. Just old-fashioned, old-fashioned, old-fashioned.
Interesting. Old fashions are good. That's my favorite drink of choice, but
Seemed to be in
he's
some
got a
sort of a
problem.
trance or something. It's very strange.
Do I hear this, by the way, while they're speaking? Are they
no.
at the bar? Or are they far away?
They're
Okay.
at the balcony seating stairway.
Interesting. So, maybe he's got a problem. Maybe that's what's wrong with Marlowe too. Maybe he's drunk.
Maybe I didn't see Marlowe acting kind of it's strange at all, but yeah. Anyways, just thought I'd mention that. Are you looking to talk to Nightingale?
Not for now. Maybe later. Once she settles in, I'll see if I can get a word in with her. I used to know her really well, her family. But that's a story for another day.
As you're
All right,
saying
man.
that, someone taps you on the shoulder, puts their hand on your shoulder.
Okay, who is it?
Sir, it's the theater manager, Worthington. Sir, the movie's about to begin. Please, let me escort you to your seat.
Yes, my good man. Please do. I throw a dime his way.
He lets it fall to the ground, and he starts walking with you towards the main theater. Karloff at the bar, so he starts. He says, "Quickly, pour me one. Whatever you've got, Skiff."
All right, I'll serve him an AMF.
He takes it, chugs it, and then says, "Another one."
Well, let me tell you, these ones are pretty strong, but I'll give him another one,
All right,
and I'll add
takes it.
a laxative to that as well.
Okay.
If he takes a third or fourth laxative, he might die.
He takes it,
the one.
doesn't drink it. He takes it with him and starts heading towards the balcony. He puts $2, and then he flicks a nickel at you, Cameron, at Mayweather.
Oh yeah. Ow.
And he starts heading up to the balcony. Still nothing from Anatoly or Sophia.
I run real quick. I tell the theater manager, Worthington, I say, "Hey, hold on one second. I'm gonna go get a drink real quick." So I rush over to the bar real quick. "Hey, Mick."
Sean.
Yeah. That's what I said. Listen, there's a problem. Did
It's
you
good,
see
good
the-
in character shit.
there's something going on. So Nightingale says that the director Worthington, he ain't gonna come. I don't know what's going on, but he might have some kind of
Barlow.
drinking problem, or maybe he got some kind of infection. I don't know, but also the lead actor, he's been acting weird. He's obsessed with old fashions. So maybe you can. He just says old fashioned, old fashioned, old fashioned. So maybe you give him like 10 in a row.
Okay, I can serve him up. I'll
Let's
do
try to
the
get-
Catholic cross, as I hear about him muttering over and over to himself. I'm gonna think like possession or something. I'm gonna do the little cross on my chest there.
Well, serve him up some old fashions, get him nice and drunk, and try to get info about Worthington. See if he knows anything about it. All right, man, I gotta go watch this movie. I hear it's really good.
Rabbi, the security out front is closing the doors. They're telling you, "Please come inside. The movie's about to begin." And Lucky Pete, did you go take your seat, or are you still hanging out in the lounge or the lobby area?
Does it look like I can stealth into the women's bathroom? Otherwise, if I can't, I'll go hide in the men's bathroom.
At this point, you can stealth. Luckily, the sarcophagi are blocking the view from the security guards. That if you come up, like if you're going to the theater and then sneak in, you'll be able to do it without being seen.
Okay.
And there's no one else in this area here, so
Do I need to roll?
no.
Cool. So I'll do that, and then I'll go into a stall, and then like lift my feet up and
It
lock the
smells
door
really
and
bad, and you hear
wait.
unspeakable sounds coming from the stall next to you, and you just hear, "Oh!" The movie has begun. Gio, you went to your seat, right?
Yep.
Lucky Pete, you're staying in the bathroom, in the women's bathroom for now.
Staying in there? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And Rabbi, you are in the lobby right now. Are you going to go sit down and watch the film,
Oh,
or are you just going to stay in the lounge area?
yes, I'm going to stay in the lounge. I'm not allowed to watch movies.
Okay. I don't know what. It's not a Sunday, Rabbi. So,
Let's not forget
Saturday.
I'm not a,
Saturday's a Sabbath.
Saturday.
let's not
Secular,
forget I'm not a real
secular media.
rabbi. They don't know. I gotta mess up a little bit, right? Because I'm not a real rabbi.
True. Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Gio, roll me a sanity check. McCarthy and Mayweather, you two also start getting nervous because neither bartenders come back yet. So both of you roll me sanity as well. You barely
and
succeed.
mine is 50. So.
Yeah, just big.
Roll a d4, Gio.
3.
Gio, you lose 3 sanity points. Cameron, and I'll tell you what in a second. Cameron, what was your number?
81. I failed.
You failed. Okay, so you lose 1 point of sanity as you're starting to doubt your plan. You're like, maybe we put too much laxative for these guys. But other than that, you're fine. Gio, you lose 3 points. As the film begins, you're watching for about 10 minutes. Something in your head is whispering strange things to you. You're able to shake it off, but you still feel strange about it. Like it did not feel like your inner voice. It seemed unnatural.
That Mick snuck in some of that laxative in my drink. Bastard.
It's Lewis.
So the lobby's empty. The security that were downstairs at the balcony, they now walk up. So the lobby is pretty much right now the rabbi, Sean McCarthy, and Tom Mayweather. You have the whole lobby to yourselves. You've managed to get every employee out of the lobby. But a patron comes out from the main theater. It's now 15 minutes into the film. He comes out into the theater, and he comes up to the bar where you are, Sean, and he just says, "Popcorn."
All right.
And
I'll give him
you do
some
have popcorn available to serve at the bar.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll serve him some
give him-
popcorn.
All right.
Yeah.
You sit on the table. He doesn't even look at it, and he just keeps looking at the wall behind you and says, "Popcorn,
You all right,
You
brother?
doing all right there, buddy?
popcorn, 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 popcorn." He then jumps onto the counter, and let's do a luck roll. Whoever rolls the lowest doesn't get attacked. He jumps over the counter and just fists out, or hands out open, goes to choke whoever rolls the highest. So that's a 69 for Nick.
Yeah, my luck is 80. I don't know if that matters, but
I rolled a 39.
Nick,
All
he
right, good for
lunges
me.
at you. He lunges
All right.
at you. So you have an option here in combat for Call of Cthulhu. So when someone
Okay.
attacks you, you can either fight back or you can dodge. You have other options later on, but when it's not your combat turn, you only have those two options. If you dodge, how it works, you'll roll a dodge roll, and ties, you'll win ties. If you fight back,
Okay.
you lose any ties if you're the defender, but you can deal damage if he fails the attack roll.
All right. I will. Yeah, I'll try to dodge.
Okay, go ahead and roll a dodge roll.
4.
He rolled a 49, so you're able to dodge his attack as he lunges to choke you, and he is now standing in front of you two. What is your dexterity, Nick?
It's 80.
And Cameron?
My dex is 60.
All right, Nick, you go first.
Okay. In response to this attack,
Yeah, you can act. You can attack him. You
He's-
can try to pin him
and
down.
he's
You can.
standing. He's standing
now
on the bar
over the
counter.
Yeah, he jumped over he went over the bar counter, tried to choke you. He is now behind the bar with you guys.
Okay. Do I have access to the chloroform?
I thought they took that in the box. Yeah.
Mother, God damn it, Rabbi. No, excuse my language. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna try to hit him over the head with a bottle.
So you grab a bottle and you swing it at his head. Go ahead and roll your combat roll. I have to.
All right, my brawl is 45, and I rolled a 22.
He's just gonna fight back, so he's not dodging or defending at all.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a critical or an extreme fail. Oh no, sorry, an
Nice.
extreme is 99 to 100. Never mind. So it is actually not an extreme fail, but you are able to hit him on the head with the glass bottle. It cracks over his head. Roll me a d4 for the damage.
If his skill is under 50, 96 to 100 is a crit fail.
4.
It is. It is under 50. Okay, so that is a crit fail. Thank you for correcting that.
Yep.
4 damage. So he crit fails. Actually, because he crit failed, he falls to the ground as you hit him over the head, and you crack the glass over his head, and he just falls unconscious. So now you
I'll
have
check his
a
pocket.
bleeding unconscious individual behind the bar.
All right. I'm gonna see if he's got anything valuable.
Nope,
And you
just
said
his
nobody's-
wallet.
Nobody's
which
in
I
the
guess
lobby.
can be. Nobody's in the lobby right now, but
All
not
right,
for
I'm
long.
gonna put him in I'm gonna put him in one of those sarcophagi,
Nice.
and then I'm gonna clean up the blood stains.
Okay. You quickly clean up the bloodstains and throw them in the sarcophagus and close the lid. And then
Yep.
within minutes, you notice coming down the balcony is Lenore Nightingale, and she seems to be coming down pretty hurriedly.
Oh, good. So the security guard brought her the drink. That's what I'm to understand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go
All
to
right.
the closet and grab my chloroform.
I'm going
Okay.
to yell at the top of my lungs, like a fanboy, and try to make it to where the fella in the bathroom can hear me. That way, he knows it's her walking. Like, oh my God, will you give me an autograph, please? Be obnoxious and very, very loud.
She just ignores you. She's sweating, and
That's fine.
so Brian, you can hear him when the door opens. You can hear him saying that. Rabbi, you are in the theater going into the room where the box is, and the film is mesmerizing. Like, you look at the film, and it's beautiful landscapes. The actress looks stunning in the black and white imagery, and you stop and kind of watch it for a moment while you're looking to get the box. I need you to roll me a sanity roll.
Oh no. Is it still D100?
Yep. Oof. Oh my God. What is your sanity? It's less than 90 for sure. So go ahead and roll me 1d10.
Snap.
Oh, lucky, lucky, lucky. You lose 2 points of sanity. You start hearing voices in your head for a moment. You shake it off and you grab the box. All right. What next?
I open it up and I just take out the.
Wait, was that
Oh,
an
actually, I'll-
extreme? Was that an extreme fail? A 93? Nate, what was your sanity score?
No.
93.
No. It was very
Okay.
close though.
Oh, because you said it because chat doesn't. I should read out the roll numbers. Yeah, sorry. I forget they can't see the rules. Eric, what were you doing? You grabbed the box.
Yep, and I take it to the bar and I set it down. I grab out my rope and I grab out my chloroform.
Okay. So you go to the bar and take the box to the bar. Finally, Sophia comes out of the bathroom. She's got a little cloth. She's drying her hands, and she's no longer sweating. She looks a little red, and then she looks and says, "Apologies, I missed the rush."
Well, no worries. I had it all handled all by myself. If fair to come back here and take over now, and I'll take myself a break as well. And I'm gonna start heading towards the restrooms. Actually, I lied. I'm gonna go outside and go around to where the window is. Yep, I'm gonna act like I'm gonna have a cigarette.
Rabbi, what are you doing?
I'm
You're just going to stand by the bar?
No.
Go back to the theater?
No. I am going to take my chloroform in the tiny bottle that it's in and go to the restroom where she had scurried off to in a hurry.
By the sounds of it, it needs a blessing at this point.
So as you're about to go into the restroom, Sophia looks at you and goes, that's the woman's restroom. The gentleman's is on the other end of the theater. Thank you."
Yes, Sophia, it is me, the rabbi, though, and this lady must get in there for her big performance.
There are two people in there.
They need to be blessed so they can get back to watching their
Yeah,
most
it is
masterful
just
production.
not proper. Whether you're a rabbi or not, it is not proper.
Are you one to tell a rabbi what is proper and not proper?
Yes, I am. Because there are ladies in there, Mr. Rabbi. What are you doing? Wait till they're gone, and then you can
I'm gonna
bless it.
try and persuade her that she has no idea what she's talking about and that she needs to let me go in.
Okay, go ahead and roll persuasion.
Is Lady Lenore in the bathroom right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God!
Where's her security guard?
So you rolled a 95. She says,
hell?
"No, absolutely not. Go to the men's room. If anything, I'll let you know when they're out."
Who's all?
And then
who's
you
all
hear,
in?
as she's saying that, you hear a grumble coming from her stomach. What was your question, Cameron?
Oh, where's her? Did a security guard come with Lady Lenore?
The security guard came with her, and but then went back up. There's no security right now. So as you're discussing things with Sophia, so Rabbi, Mayweather, and Sophia, you guys are by the bar. When you hear the voice, you recognize Karloff, the male actor, and you recognize one of the security guards. They're talking and they're coming down the stairs, and then you just hear, and then as you see a man in a suit, security guard, drop from the top and lands on the ground.
Ed?
He's not moving. Sophia kind of is stunned for a second and then goes, "Oh my God," and goes immediately running over to behind the stairway where the body landed.
While Sophia's distracted, I run into the bathroom.
Okay. Cameron, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go and examine the man that just fell from the balcony. Try to figure out what's going on. My character is like, he's been so focused on this this whole event thing, and then this is like, it feels like real life all of a sudden. Like, oh
Yep.
shit, like someone just
So
got knocked
as you
out
go
and
examine,
somebody else.
his neck is broken completely. His head is turned. Roll me a sanity roll. And
Yeah,
while you
I know
roll
where
that,
I'm at.
Nick, you go to the outside, and you know the glass has to be removed, so that's just going to take a minute, but it's pretty easy to do. You're able to remove it, and you can fit through the window if you want.
Well, I know that my accomplice is in there, so I'm just going to start muttering to myself to let him know that I'm outside, but I'm not going to say anything about me being outside because I don't want to tip off the lady. So something, I'm going to complain about the clientele or something like that, just loud enough so that he knows I'm outside waiting to get the handoff.
Rabbi, you ran into the women's powder room. You hear that Lenore is finishing up. The toilet is flushing. Lucky Pete, you hear the stall next to you begin to flush. Karloff comes running down the balcony. So, Cameron, you're the only one who's out there, so you'll see him running out. You succeeded on your sanity roll.
Yeah, I rolled a 9 on my sanity roll.
You lose 1 point of sanity for seeing the body. Karloff runs down, and he comes downstairs, looks at the body, and then just very casually walks towards the gentleman's room and goes into the bathroom. Gio, roll me a sanity roll as you're still watching the film. The rest of you are in the bathroom, and now Miss Nightingale is coming out of her stall. She sees men in there and goes, what is going on here?
Miss Nightingale, it's me, the rabbi. I was sent here. Your security guard said you're having some stomach issues, and I had just the remedy on me, for sometimes I get the worst case of the
She
stomach
immediately
grumbles.
gasps when you say stomach issues. She goes, I surely did not.
Darling, I could hear it from outside the stall this whole time.
He is super embarrassed and gets fumingly angry. Away from me. You are a liar, sir. I will contact the authorities. They're going to throw you out of here, rabbi or not. And
Just force that chloroform on her.
Tackle her. I tackle her.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Tackle.
Oh, there's 2 of you? Okay, so there's 2 of you. What's your dexterity? What are your dexterity scores?
50.
60.
Okay, so looks like you go first, Lucky Pete. Chat just said it's raining men.
Hallelujah.
Yep. Gio, what was your roll for sanity?
I had to roll sanity.
Yeah, you're watching the movie.
Before?
No, right now.
I have to roll again or again? Okay.
Go in there watching the movie.
19.
You succeed. Roll a d4.
4.
Yeah. You lose 4 points of sanity.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay, so you guys that are trying to tackle her. So Lucky Pete, you roll your combat roll. Gio rolled he succeeded his sanity roll. He rolled a 19 and then rolled 4 points of sanity loss. In Call of Cthulhu, sanity loss sometimes comes with 0 if you succeed, but sometimes, even if you succeed, you lose sanity. It's just less than if you failed.
I rolled a 10.
Okay, wow. I don't think I'm going to beat that, but we'll give it a shot. 31. Yep. So you are able to grapple her. She's, what are you doing? Let go of me. Help! Help!
I pour chloroform down her throat.
Rabbi, chloroform on her throat. Okay. So
I pour it
she is
down her throat. Down her throat. Down her throat.
down her throat. Okay. Roll me a luck roll, and I'll let you roll with the bonus die. But there is a chance by putting it down her throat that you can harm her.
Oh Jesus!
She's going to roll.
Spewing it all over our faces, and we all pass out.
She begins to slowly stop struggling.
49.
Okay, what's your luck?
19.
Okay, so as you're shoving it down her throat, you could hear her, and then she's starting to pass out from the chloroform, but you can tell that she is now choking, but she is falling unconscious, so she's not able to fight it.
Quickly, tie her up with the rope.
Fuck her health. Or screw her health. For the
Grab the necklace. I'm not tying her up. I roll her on her side, though.
Yeah, roll her on her side. Take the necklace. I put the
You're gonna
necklace
leave
under
Toss
my.
it out the window.
I roll it under my. I put it under my yarmulke.
Okay, necklace out the window or under the yarmulke? Which one?
Under the
No,
yarmulke,
no,
much
give it to
safer.
me. I'm outside. I'm outside
outside
Yeah, the whole
already.
point was that we're gonna throw it out the window.
Yeah.
He's gonna get it.
I've been here the whole
Yeah.
time. Throw it out the window.
Okay, I'm gonna take the necklace from the window.
All right, so the necklace comes out the window. You grab it. You have succeeded in your heist, but things are going
All right.
completely haywire. Gio, you're still watching the movie?
Yep.
All right. You're going to make another sanity roll. Meanwhile,
Oh,
Karloff comes out of the gentleman's room. Cameron, you are checking on the body along with Sophia. You notice the door to the gentleman's room open, and you hear someone running, and they're running towards you. And as you look, it's Karloff holding a fire axe, and he is bringing it down on
Holy
your
cow.
head.
Jesus.
I failed my sanity.
Roll d10.
Oh my god. Yeah, I rolled a 71 and my current is 64 or 63. So
You lose.
wow.
That's the number needed for insanity. So you are. So you lose 5 points of sanity.
So you're gonna
Hold on.
need to make an intelligence roll.
Intelligence roll, and then we'll roll a d10.
So yeah. So you want to
Oh,
fail
shoot.
this roll.
Okay, so that's I rolled these 10 first by mistake. 5 is my roll. My intelligence is 50. Shoot.
You failed. Okay, so now roll d10.
So the D10 came out of
So
4.
failing is good in this case because what it represents is your character's inability to comprehend exactly what is going on.
Oh, okay.
But he still rolls the bout of madness, though, right?
Yes, it lasts for rounds rather than minutes.
Yep. So roll 1d10 to see how many rounds. 4 rounds. No, that 4 was the roll
1.
of d10 for one round. Okay. So
Oh,
all of a sudden you're watching the film, and the voices just keep coming, and everyone is out to get you. Nobody can be trusted, especially Amy Darkus, who's sitting right next to you. Why did she even agree to come with you? Yeah, you're being spied on by her, and she's the one who betrayed you and made you lose all of your roles in your films. It's something isn't right, and she is trying to ruin your life.
That witch. How
Cameron,
dare you?
we'll get right back to you, Gio. Cameron, so Karloff is running at you with a fire axe. Are you going to fight back or
I'm gonna
dodge?
try to run away. Yeah, fuck that.
He's running after you, so you'll have to do something.
Dodge.
Dodge. Okay, so roll a dodge roll. 1d100. Oh, he rolled good. That's actually an extreme success. Oh, no, actually. Yeah. That is an
I
extreme
rolled an
success.
8.
Oh, you beat him. Damn. Now, what is your dodge score, though?
Dodge. Half of Dex, which is 60, so 30.
Okay, so 30.
Not an
so-
extreme success.
yeah, he rolled an extreme success, so he actually still beats you, even though you rolled better than him. Is that how that works? Nate?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, you compare success
so yeah.
levels, yeah.
So he swings the axe and nails you on the shoulder. This is gonna hurt. Oh, not much. 2 points of damage as he cuts through your shoulder with the fire axe. He looks crazed, and he's just like, old-fashioned. Gio, so what are you gonna do about Amy Darkus, who is clearly there to betray you?
Oh, that witch. I'm gonna look at her and say, "You witch! It's your fault." I'm gonna throw my old fashioned in her face, and in fact, I'm gonna crack the glass and hold the broken shard up to her face. You need to walk up to whoever, to all the producers. Make sure they put me back on the good list.
You shake out of it before you attack her because it only lasted for 1 round. So you threw her the drink and you got the broken glass and threatened her. And you look around after you've kind of come out of this bout of madness, temporary madness, and you notice the theater. It's kind of pandemonium right now. Like people are starting to attack each other. Some people are just getting up and starting to run out of the theater. A lot of them are choking each other to death. It is complete pandemonium. And I'm going to share an image.
So I imagine I'm seeing the mayhem from outside.
No, you can't see because it's the window's high up. So so far, no mayhem. You really can't hear anything from the women's party room just yet.
That Irish
Unless you're coming
man.
back in, I'm assuming, right?
Well,
He's poisoned
I'm gonna drop off the
everybody in the
necklace to
theater.
somewhere safe.
You're gonna drop it off.
I'm
there?
gonna somewhere safe. You know, do I know the area well?
Yeah.
Why don't we just leave with it?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, I'm noticing nobody's leaving, so I'm trying to figure out how to help out here.
Nah, I'm
I was
trying
gonna
to
hit the
dodge
lights.
this attack and then run out. Like,
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. All right. Well, I'm staying outside. Then,
I'm
and
gonna run out to the
gonna
bar
try-
real quick. I'm gonna try to rush out to the bar.
Cameron, you're still being attacked, so you're still in the middle of the combat. I mean, you're trying to run, so that's gonna get you
I think that was
some
Gio.
room. Yeah, no, I'm saying Cameron's trying to run though, but you're not quite outside yet. Gio, so you're going out to the lobby. Well, now people are kind of running out in droves, so it is
All right.
kind of a trample hazard. So,
Jeez. All right. Well, if I get to the bar, I'm gonna ask the girl at the bar where this guy is. Where's the Irishman? Oh shoot! Is that Nick Cage?
yeah, no, I don't know. This is AI. So, so who are you asking? Because everyone is kind of
The girl bartender.
she
you're
is
just
in front of the
chatting at
body.
the bartender while this guy's swinging an axe at me.
Yeah, she's looking at
oh.
the body. She's screaming. She's kind of
She's gone
mad
insane.
right now. Yeah, she's
Well,
kind of
I'm
mad right now.
screaming out, "Where is that Irishman? Where is he?"
You're getting shoved left and right, like you're being pushed towards the entrance of the movie theater. People are kind of pushing each other, trampling over each other, choking each other, bashing each other's heads onto the wall. It is
Damn, this is a
complete
party now.
pandemonium.
Jeez! All right, grab Sophia by the
Just
collar.
another night for this Irishman.
And shake her. Where is he? Where is that Irishman? Look at what he's
She's just
caused.
crying and she's just completely in shock right now. What? Oh.
Where is he? Look at what he's done. He's trying to steal something.
Yeah.
So what are you guys
You
doing?
shook off your. You shook off your paranoia.
He did. You did, Joe, after one round.
Yeah,
what?
This is a different paranoia because you poisoned me.
Oh.
What are the rest of you who are in the women's bathroom right now? You are safe in the women's bathroom. So Lucky Pete and
Come through the window.
Rabbi.
Get outside.
Rabbi and Lucky Pete. What are you guys doing? There's pandemonium outside, but you're safe in the bathroom.
Jumping out the window.
The door. See the crowd. It's like, nope. We run to the window.
I have my rope.
Yep.
I tie it around something sturdy in the bathroom, and I jump out the window and scale down.
All right, you three are outside. You hear a gunshot coming from inside. Cameron, you're running away. You have this axe stuck on your shoulder. It falls to the ground.
He
Someone
left
grabs
it in?
Yeah, someone grabs it, takes
Oh,
it
if he
from
left it
you.
in, I would take it.
Oh, okay, you grab that. You're running with the fire axe. You hear a gunshot coming from somewhere in the crowd, and then you just hear more screams. Roll me your luck roll, and you can roll with an extra die
Okay.
because the chance is very small. But stray bullets are a thing.
I got
Damn.
a
Yep.
Straight in
It's a 10.
again.
Yeah,
zero.
it's a 10.
Savage.
That's a no. That's a zero.
Oh, it's a 0. That's a
Zero.
a crit fail. Oh no, it's an extra die. It's,
Wait, I have an
extra die
advantage, right?
benefit. No,
It's like
yeah, it's an
advantage.
advantage. Yeah, so 40. So what's your
Okay.
luck?
My luck is 44.
You made it. No bullet whizzes by, blows the brains out from a lady in front of you. Roll me a sanity roll. Gio, what are you doing?
I thought 0-0 was like critical success.
Right,
No, high is bad. Like in Delta
No,
Green.
0-0.
That's
Not
100.
like 100.
0 is 100. The lowest is a 1. 0 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna run outside.
Okay, you're running through the crowd. Roll me a luck roll to make sure you don't trip and fall and get run over.
76. Oh, geez.
Okay. So you are unfortunately being shoved back and forth. It's very hard to get outside. Let's roll. I guess dexterity to see if you stay on your feet.
With
I'm
my
rolling
luck.
dexterity.
No, you are able to make it out.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, dear Lord. 87.
You drop to the ground, and now you are being stomped on. It's very hard to get up because every time you try to get up, you're knocked back down. It is a very, very dire situation here. So
Shoot.
you're going to take. Oops.
Walmart Black Friday for Geo.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Look at what you've caused.
What? Me?
You lose 4. Wow, I keep rolling high for your damage, dude. You lose 4 points of damage, and then you're gonna make a sanity roll because you're gonna begin to panic here.
Oh, Lordy. Okay. Wow. Wow. Come on. Come out. 11.
Nice. Okay.
Thank goodness.
You succeed. So you kind of compose yourself, and you manage to think of a way to get up. You start crawling towards the bar area where you'll be shielded at least from one direction, and you slowly make it to behind the bar area where you're able to now stand up. Final gunshot goes off. Roll me a luck roll with a bonus die. Hopefully you don't get shot in the head.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy. Okay.
Hopefully, he doesn't get shot in the head.
7. Oh, wait. With
Very
a bonus
nice.
die?
Yeah, but you got this. Nothing's going to beat that. That's an extreme success. So you are able to avoid getting shot. You see more brains being blown, which again, sorry to make you roll all these rolls, but another final sanity roll since you're watching people get blown away. And then
81.
oh Jesus,
no.
you suck at these sanity rolls.
Yeah, dude.
Roll a d4 to see how much sanity you lose.
Oh, jeez. 1.
1.
Oh,
You
okay.
only lose 1 point of sanity. Have you lost more than half your sanity score?
No.
Okay, good. You're able to kind of hug the wall and make it through the women's bathroom where it is clear. No one's running into the bathroom. Everyone's just trying to run out the front. You hear your friends outside the window, and the window's been opened. You can crawl through it.
All right, I'm going to do that.
All right. So you crawl out, and then Cameron, you come out the front, and the crowd is just dispersing into the streets. Complete mayhem. You know where your friends are. You go around the corner and you meet up. But you have succeeded. You got the pendant. So
Tell
are you
all
going
the
back
people,
to the warehouse?
listen, this guy is trying to steal the pendant. He poisoned everybody in this theater. He caused all this.
I waited here for you. Obviously, I'm not trying to get away with anything.
Obviously, you poisoned everybody.
Yes, that was part of the plan. Yeah, not everybody, but several people for sure.
You made it more than obvious. You're not very bright, you Irishmen. Obviously,
Well,
I mean, you
I'm
made
the
it
only
so
sane
obvious.
one left.
Who goes outside for a smoke break? That obviously
In the
wears
30s, I
your
guess nobody
cigarette
talks.
faster. That wears your cigarette out faster.
I forget in the 30s they smoked inside, but that's all right. I went outside nevertheless.
You light the fuse and run away. I see it. I'm looking right through you.
Oh, well, good. And you made it out fine, and you can split and the success. You're welcome.
Make sure all the gemstones are still on that thing.
So, Gio, it seems you've calmed down. Are the rest of you going back to the warehouse to meet up with
Yes.
your contact?
Yes.
Yeah, everybody made it outside?
Yeah, everyone made it out.
Perfect. Yeah, let's go meet with the contact.
So, Humphrey Bogsworth is waiting for you, and he sees the blood coming from your shoulder. And you guys left Lenore on the floor in the bathroom. What did you do with
Rolled
Lenore?
over.
Rolled
Okay.
over. Yeah, we rolled over.
I guess we will roll luck to see. So group luck roll. So everyone just roll luck. And if more of you fail than succeed, then she died.
So I failed.
I failed.
Success.
Success.
2. We got 1 more. What are we missing?
Here comes the tiebreaker.
I made it.
All right.
Yeah, buddy.
So Lenore survived. Humphrey Bogsworth greets you. What happened? Blood. Disheveled. Look at you all. Please tell
Everybody
me.
kind of went insane.
Yeah, this guy came up and started shouting popcorn at me, and then this other guy ran out of the bathroom. I guess he had a really terrible shit and came and started swinging an axe at me. Like, not good stuff.
Oh, did you get the pendant?
Sure did.
Yeah.
But at this point, I think we need a hazard fee. We
Yeah,
need to die.
I gotta go get medical attention for this shoulder. Do you see this thing?
He's
You
probably
will
going to
be
lose an
taken
arm.
care of medically. I thought you were a doctor, anyways. So here's your
No, I'm
fee.
not an
He
actor.
pulls out 5 stacks of $1,000. This is your hazard fee right here. The $1,000 as promised.
Yes. Yes.
Good, this will take care of the mop. They'll leave me alone.
What kind of mess did you leave behind? What do you mean?
We didn't have anything to do with the mess. The mess just happened
Yeah.
while we were taking the necklace, like
I
unrelated.
shoot a glance over at Nick's character.
Could it be related to the director? Did you hear?
What happened to him?
Marlo?
He never showed up.
Oh, well, it was just on the news. It must have happened. Well, I think it happened this morning, but the news didn't come out till tonight while you were in the theater. He murdered his whole family and then hung himself.
Oh,
Dear God.
Who needs directors?
Sounds like they might need a rabbi. I'm on the case.
Well, a job well done. All things behind us. We shall now part ways.
Be careful with that pennant. I think there might be something going on with this this Khufu. I think it might be a
I
little
think
more
the
than just
movie was just really bad and everyone was upset, but I don't know.
The pendant was for my employer, not for me. But I will be careful. Thank you for the wishes.
As
And
we walk away, he starts whispering,
popcorn.
Skittles.
No,
Popcorn.
that would be great. I should do that.
Skittles.
Skittles. Skittles. So at about a week later, you get a phone call. You each get a phone call, and it's Humphrey.
Humphrey, my good man.
We need you for another job.
Oh,
The film, the one that premiered, it's going to be distributed nationwide next week on Friday. My employer
not a good idea.
has learned that the film, there's something wrong with it. I need your team to destroy every copy.
whoa.
Do we know where they're being held?
Deal.
No one else can watch the film.
Where are they delivering it from? Who's got the film? Where's the distribution center?
The studio in California, the warehouse is storing them. They're about to be shipped in 3 days. This needs to be a quick
Right.
job. We will be
Well,
paying you
give us some dynamite. Let's
$1,000
take care
for
of
the
it.
job. Yes, it shall be done. We will meet again in the warehouse tonight. And with that, that is Khufu the Eternal.
All right.
Nice. We did it.
We did it, guys.
Trust
Yeah,
you,
no one
Cosmic
died. No one went
Beings.
insane. I'm super, super surprised.
I came close, man. I came close.
Yeah, you
Shit,
did.
yeah. What's the problem? I came out of that scot-free, man.
Yeah, that was a good plan. You guys had a fairly solid plan, more than I expected. Yeah, no one died. Yeah, surprising, but it's a trilogy, so there's plenty of chances to die at another point. There was a moment because I didn't expect you guys to chloroform her, but it's in what I wrote in the adventure is after you're able to steal the necklace from Lenore Nightingale. When right before the pandemonium hits, when the guy jumped off the balcony, she comes up from the balcony and looks up on everybody and says, Hollywoodland, I love you. And then she jumps off the staircase and breaks her neck. So that's supposed to be a dramatic scene. But you guys saved her life, actually.
Nice. We're the
Very
good
good.
guys.
Very
Yeah.
rare for everyone to survive at the end of a Call of Cthulhu game, but you guys did well. The more deadly portion was the stampede, but you guys were all in the bathroom, which was unexpected. So I'm glad that you guys did something that kind of broke the scenario slightly, because now I can find ways to provide more hazards if someone were to do that in a future game.
Yeah,
Nice.
sick.
There's
Cool,
there
guys.
was a
Well-
lady in Hollywood land that jumped off the H or the Hollywood sign to her death.
Lenore Nightingale. No,
No, right? No, it was famous. It was in the 30s, and it was like this famous case. She committed suicide off the. Well, it's rumored to have been a suicide, but nobody knows.
She
They
was
made a
a
comic
she was
book
an
out of it.
actress.
She was an actress, yeah. She was an up and coming
Okay.
actress. She was gonna be really famous. Apparently, she had a role that actually took off a little bit, and they thought her next movie would be her big break. And but yeah, they made a comic book.
Who else was big at that time? It's probably them.
There were
all right, guys. Well, you guys can give me feedback on the scenario. We are at the 9:00, so we got another show starting soon. Or Nate, do we have a little time?
How did chat feel about it?
We can give it a couple minutes. It looks like Phileon and Frank from Drawn to the Flame will be joining us today, and they are prepping things up. So we got a couple minutes to transition between events. I loved it. I thought it was a great scenario. I was not expecting the stampede at the end. That was a very nice touch.
Yeah, I wanted it to be like where the players think that the pendant is the cause, not the movie
That's
itself.
what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want everyone to think it's the pendant, and then it's the movie, and then just pandemonium hits. And the real danger is the crowd, and the insanity if anyone stays in and keeps watching the film. So,
as an audience member, I definitely was like, all right, the MacGuffin has to be the pendant. It's always some artifact, especially an Egyptian artifact. I'm like, I'm in Masks of Nyarlathotep right now, so I'm thinking like, all right, maybe it's the Black Pharaoh, maybe it's Nitocris. I'm like, my brain's going off on this tangent.
So the Khufu, the film, is Nyarlathotep, who has taken kind of the part of his spirit.
Base. Spoilers.
Oh shoot! People watch this scenario, but but yeah, you're right. It is kind of spoilers. But if you don't want to be spoiled any further, don't come back in like 5 minutes. But I kind of took a nod from Delta Green, where they kind of have unique things like the mathematical equation that's haunted. I thought that was more interesting than just making it the typical artifact that's haunted. The film itself causes insanity and drives people mad when they watch it.
I think it's really clever. It's cool.
Cool. I'm glad you guys liked it. Yeah, I was not sure because again, I haven't play tested it, so you guys were the guinea pigs.
Nice. We got in the first run. That was very fun.
Yeah.
I feel like there was lots of little things that we could have tried to, little threads to pull. So felt like we had options.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a million and one ways you could do it, which makes it really feel nice as a player. Like your inventiveness is.
It did. I mean, that's what saved you guys was the idea of the laxative. I didn't even think of that. Like that was.
You're welcome. No worries.
I thought you guys would go up and use Geo to sneak up to talk to her because he knew the guard, so that he would give him a moment to speak with her, and then he could just slide a hand, take the necklace from her. But it was completely different than what you guys did, which is great. I mean, that's really, really clever what you guys did.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be like power cut, swipe the necklace, then lights come back down, no necklace.
Yeah.